All right, what's going on, guys? This is Just Ashley Keaton, where family and funny and finance and all that stuff collides. We're here to help you get blessed, confess, finesse, in the name of Jesus, and enjoy the process. Can I get an amen, y'all?
Amen.
We on episode, 13, 14, I don't know, 100, 200. We finna
Scaling quickly.
about to keep going. My voice broke a little bit, but God got me. Let me get that demonic presence out of there. No, just saying. So we're about to have a great discussion about relationship goals. I'm so glad that whoever's watching this video, however y'all found it, that y'all said, you know what? Let me give these people some of my time. Grab your popcorn, grab your drinks, not anything alcoholic.
You're gonna need it.
You're gonna need it to get through this. But we're gonna have a good time nonetheless. Got a bunch of questions about relationships. Got the relationships experts here to talk about it. So
Didn't know I was an expert.
first thing I need you to do is hit that like button. And also, you're gonna want to subscribe. All right? Everybody get yourself together, you know what I mean? This just a free show. You could just, if you gotta get up and run circles around because you feel God or whatever, just do that. You know what I mean? We're just gonna let a little loose around here. There's nothing strict to where we gotta have this type of structure or you get kicked out or nothing like that. We do what we want around here.
Oh.
So yeah,
Noted.
got two people in it. Don't do that for real, Jesse, because you're gonna break some stuff. I know how you get. Messy Jesse always causing stressy. Jesse, go ahead and tell some people what you got going on, man.
Oh wow, that's Jesse.
I was about to say, what?
He's like, Jesse who? Messy Jesse or Stressy Jesse? Which one? Which one we talking about today?
Nothing too much. Y'all forgive me. I didn't know it was a dress code today, since everybody else dressed for success.
Oh no, this just how I try to do it.
I came here comfortable. I'm happy to be here. I can't wait for the pod and the things we're gonna talk about. So yeah, and my name is Jesse Messy.
Jesse Messy and call him Stressy. Prophetic words. If you don't like what he got to say,
Instagram,
pathetic words.
_prophetic words. You can follow me.
If you don't like what he got to say,
go to Rebecca one more time. Where you supposed to go to me?
Hey yo, I gotta get used to this. I gotta get used to this, dog.
if you don't like what Jesse got to say, you can call him pathetic words.
Yeah, just go on Instagram and just
most people call them prophetic words.
All the hate mail you want.
Yep. Then we have Rebecca. Royal Rebecca in the building.
Appreciate
Not
you.
for to say not one negative thing or one joke about her, because I don't want God to strike me down, because he will. He's done it before. No, just play it. I ain't never said nothing mess about Rebecca. Anyway, let's go.
Like the radio on the table.
Let's see, Rebecca, go ahead and tell them what you got going on. What you ready to, get into today.
Like in my life? Like what's going on?
Yeah. Like
Okay.
stuff you got going on, what you want people to look for, where to find you.
Well,
all that.
Instagram is _LLKJ.
As long as I got King G, let them know, because we need to know what that is.
No, it actually stands for long live King G.
Long live King G's. Okay.
Yeah.
I got King.
Career wise, I'm a public health researcher, but recently I've been training to be a doula. So that's my new adventure. I'm gonna be a holistic.
Hold on, everybody
doula.
clapping like y'all. What's that? What is that? What's a doula?
So
Medulla oblongata. I don't know what that means.
So I will be supporting women through birth.
Okay. Amen to that.
I will be advocating that they get the birth they want. I believe that birth is a very sacred thing, and a lot of women, especially women in the African American community, do not get the support they need when giving birth and having children. So I decided to go on this journey to become a doula and support as many women as I can. I have my first birth happening next month, so I'm so excited.
What?
My first, so I'm so excited for that.
Wait, so what are you about to be doing?
I'm literally whatever the mom wants, she gets, and I make sure she gets it, because when you're in that state of having a baby, you can't always pay attention to what the doctors are doing and the nurses are doing. So I will be her eyes and ears and make sure that her birth plan that she gave to me, they follow that birth plan.
Wow, that's good. All right, now I understand. I'm gonna I'm a late clapper.
It was
I'm a late clapper, but I'm definitely on board with that. That's a beautiful thing.
It's probably a good thing.
It is a good thing.
Me and Mike know a little too well. Huh?
Yeah, hold on now. Y'all gotta slow down with these youngins, y'all pushing out to the other way. No, so Mike, what you got going on, bro? Tell them how you feeling today, man. Say something to the people.
I'm feeling good, man. I look forward to this, conversation, like we do every Friday. We get in these nice, little heated conversations, nothing too serious that we can't be friends afterwards.
So
but,
Mike ready for the heat.
That was depressing.
yeah, you feel me?
He's setting the stage.
Like we do every Friday. I hate it.
He want to start.
They make me be here.
Yeah.
But now, check out, what the team doing, man. We making moves, from same old preaching the gospel in our workplace in the streets to doing music. Now, check out that new track from Ashley Keaton, Tango. That junk hitting some numbers, you feel me? Huh? Nah, you can't hate it. It's too good. Matter of fact, hate it, because hate gonna bring more views. But yeah, man, check them out, man, on Instagram, and you can check it in the description on the YouTube page on even this episode. He have them in the description where you can link to the videos and check them out and support them, But yeah, that's what we doing.
Amen. Well, we about to get into this topic. Let me go ahead and make sure everybody is on board. Everybody's clicking the link. If you want to get on, we just set up the Zoom. This stuff is not easy, guys. I'm doing it
They can connect on Zoom now?
Yeah. So it's not like completely set up to where we can just have people calling in, but so slow your roll. But if we're gonna start having conversations on Zoom, people that can't come here. But if you can make it, just like my pastor says, if you can make it to the house of God, you better be here. Ain't no excuse. That's only if you cannot make it, because it's a lot more interesting to have people actually on the set. You know what I mean? Look, Rebecca, like, you made me drive all the way here. I could have, but it's very important that we can, face to face. They can't, saying the conversation is real. So. Should we do this now? Should we do this now? What are these? What team we're on? What are these puppies? So if you're on team, depending on what team you're on, you let us know which. I might just be holding up.
What picture is that of me? First of
whichever one I agree with.
First of all, is that my high school picture, bro?
Messy Jesse.
I didn't see what picture.
And then Royal Rebecca. We got them in the building because we're not messing around.
What's my Messy Jesse?
I can't even figure out which one is which.
What's the back say?
Messy Jesse.
Messy Jesse.
Hey, who came up? Hey, Kim, who did that?
You got the Alice in Wonderland.
I only had to think twice we came up.
You got the Queen Alice in Wonderland cut right now.
Sure coming
in strong. And these were made. You already know who made these because I'm not this creative.
Bro,
this was Aliana.
No.
He got one coming.
Agree with me, I'm on my side, so I'll just hold mine.
He got one
time.
coming. She might take it from me. If depending on who I agree with, I'm gonna hold these up now. That would be something good to have. Every episode. Every episode. I'm good shot. What am I saying, man? All right.
Not napping over there.
So, first question, guys, that I want to address. Okay, we're just gonna open it up. First of all, let's get into some chats before we start the conversation. That's a good thing to do. I like the little radio on the table. Thank you. Say we upgrading. We upgrading, Brittany. That's what Brittany said. Aliana says, I'm only here for Rebecca. She's always supporting her queens.
Yeah,
ain't got nothing against
her.
it. Ain't nothing against it. Rebecca is a queen. Okay, there confirmation. Aliana. Aliana says, "Oh yeah, and Jesse too. He alright. Yeah, Messy Jesse.
I'm a queen.
Can relieve. Messy Jesse can relieve some stressy every once in a while." Brittany says, "Yeah, I had a painless birth."
She loves.
Amen. Glory to God. Jesse says we live, and Alexis Brewer is in the building.
How I say that? I ain't even know.
Beck, you looking good. Did she say girl? Okay, I was like, grr. I was like, hold up. How am I supposed to read that? All right. So we're gonna get into the chats. I'm gonna let King go for other players.
Yeah, that is funny.
I think I'm a queen in this one. That's all we are.
You said what? What is that?
Oh, no, let go. Y'all gotta put it on me.
I mean, you know, we real around here. We raw. Okay,
Oh,
that was
God.
nice. A nice throw to a nice catch. So if your partner cheats, will you forgive them? That's the first topic.
Oh, wow.
I know
so
I
we
just
starting
started.
out.
Yeah, I was like, no introduction warm up. Like,
Yeah, we warmed
Straight
up
to
about
sprints.
15 minutes. They waiting on the hot stuff.
Oh, wow.
But I don't think I put that in the chat.
Clear
That was
throat.
the opening question.
Nah.
So if your partner cheats on you, and you can name any scenario, I will accept it if this, I won't accept it if this, however you want to say it. If your partner, if any type of way, you can say what you consider is cheating if you want. We may disagree. I may have to, hold up the heads. You know what I
So
mean?
you hold up the heads, that is agreeing.
If I hold up the heads, I agree.
Okay.
Yeah. Whoever you agree with, bro, you hold them up. That'll be better.
Mike's not gonna hold it either, right?
Yeah.
He's gonna have his own.
yeah, he's gonna forget about
I have to throw
Sometime
these
I'll
heads
come
in
up
the
with my
trash.
own.
I'm
Yeah.
dead.
Yeah. So, if your partner cheats, will you forgive them? All right. You can make that as opened up as you want. And guys, put it in the chats too. Let us know if your partner cheats. Will you forgive them? That's just yeah.
So for me, I mean, just off a blanket statement, yes, I will. But there's a lot more to it. Like, yeah, I'll forgive them, but that doesn't mean I'm not gonna. I mean, that doesn't mean I'm gonna stay with you. You know. So I think that's also like a thing that you got to
That's
take into
good.
consideration. And then also, kind of like y'all brought up, there's different. I would say it's different types. I mean, I would put it all in cheating, yeah, but it's also different types and how extreme it can be. And so that kind of would make it a little different on whether I'm gonna leave or not. But yeah, I would forgive for sure. I mean, I think that's like being a Christian. That's like a principle you should have, for anything that happens in life. Doesn't mean you gotta stay with them, but yeah, I definitely would forgive them. Like off rip.
I'm getting excited about this conversation, but so Rebecca, what would you say to that?
Is this a partner within a marriage or a partner before marriage? Because that's two different things for me.
Okay, so let's see.
I mean, I'm gonna forgive, like Jesse
yeah.
said. I'm gonna forgive. Like, I don't hold grudges. Like, but me staying is whether or not, depending on what. If you're my partner in marriage already, then it's like I invested the time already into you. So, I would ask God to help me through this and continue to be married to you. But if you cheat on me before we even married, then that shows me. I feel like that's the time of God. Like maybe this is not the man for me. So, it would take a lot. If it's before marriage and you cheated on me, it was gonna take a lot. Like God, we had God come down himself, be like, okay, stay with this man.
Like he did to Joseph.
But I will forgive. Like either way, I'll forgive. Staying with him.
Did. Sorry. He came down to Joseph. He said, hey, Mary did not cheat on you. This is a child of God that she's birthing the son.
That was good clarity. I was like, wait a minute. Oh,
yeah, the
God.
woman cheated. No, I'm not saying that. I'm just giving the example. It happened before.
Okay.
But that's a good answer. So Jesse, if she cheats on you, and there's so many ways to cheat, like she spent too much time with a dude, and she got too close, or she was spending time with a dude that liked her, and she just thought, well, we're going into different subjects, but would it change if you were married to her? Is what I'm saying. I just went out for a little pushback because you're married to her. Maybe if you have kids with her, that could add more weight to the situation. Because if you're not with her, it's easy to just be like, all right, well, she's showing me it's not gonna work, so dodge the bullet. You know what I mean? But if you're married,
Oh man, that's a very deep question.
adds a little more weight.
I feel like there's so many variables that you can look at when it comes to that. And it's kind of hard to say, honestly, like if we've been married, and then like also what type of cheating are we talking about? Are we talking about like sexual relationships with somebody else outside like of me and my wife? Is that what we're saying? Or are we talking like emotional cheating where like you text another man, flirting, or I mean giving your heart to another man? like, you know what I'm saying, saying you love them and things like that. Like, and I feel like, while I would both say, of course, they're both cheating, at least to me, for sure. I feel like they also root in like different things. Like, I feel like if you're emotionally cheating, then it's like you're not finding something of love or satisfaction in a relationship in that regards. Physically cheating though, like having sex,
I think that stings a little more.
I feel like it's some things we could work on with that, with the emotional cheating, like, you know what I'm saying. But with the physical, possibly, you know what I'm saying.
There's more chance there,
but
maybe.
If you having sexual relationships, that I don't know. That's probably a dub for me. I don't care how many kids we got. We have a football team. I'm out.
You said have a what?
A football team.
Oh,
like,
okay.
But
Yeah.
I mean, that's just off like, you know what I'm saying. I can't really say that in a sense because like it's so much that goes into a marriage too. So it's like, you know, I'm talking from a standpoint of being single and haven't been married.
So that's your thought right now.
Yeah, right now. But
certain situations could.
I mean, right now, nah. Like I'm probably out.
But the wife, you know, whoever marries Jesse, don't think that that's the clear to cheat.
I can cheat.
Because that ain't what he's saying.
I can emotionally cheat and I'll give away with it.
Oh no!
He'll forgive me.
If we're married, you know what I'm saying? It's like,
me, Rebecca. Royal Rebecca, what'd you just say?
It might be hard to leave out of a marriage for emotional.
Mike, hold up Jesse's now. Because we not holding up Rebecca's. You heard
no,
she just...
he said,
Wait,
he
what'd
just
she say?
said.
Actually.
I said in a marriage, it might be hard to leave off of that. But I mean, regardless, it wouldn't be a smart move like to cheat on me because it's like
What you gonna do to her? You want me?
I'm gonna leave you.
No, the way you said it would be a smart move.
It wouldn't be because I feel like I'm a good guy, so I feel like you losing out. Like that's how I look at it. Like.
Yeah. Don't sound like you want to do something like.
Man, the audience is.
I'm just
give it up for the audience right now,
that's
bro.
how I feel about myself.
Audience
like
is going in.
I'm a good dude, so it's like
give it up to the
losing
audience.
out on a good man if you do that. Especially in marriage, it's like yo, it's so many things. Like it's a constant project. Like you have to continue to work on it. So it's like you just, you know what I'm saying. You're gonna take us so many steps back. So you know, it's a lot to that.
Yeah. I do think like it's gonna be different depending on like we all know. Like I've always said, man, I was so crazy, bro, and I was so single, bro, that I was like, you know, God, I don't even care if she cheats on me. I'm gonna stay with her because that's what you want me to do. And then I kind of opened up to the real world.
Wait,
don't laugh at me, Rebecca.
Wait, when did this happen? I'm confused.
No, it was just when you converse with God.
Mm.
Then you really
like
have to
ask him like for him to send you a wife.
Yeah. This was probably, and keep in mind, guys,
wow, how stupid. I'm just playing.
I'm almost 30. This was when I was like 17. So do not judge me like I'm that same person.
They all been there.
But I had a purity in my mind, I guess. You know, I was trying to be the good guy. But thinking that if she cheats on me and I have kids, like I'm already assuming that I would never leave her. I'm not saying that I would just change up and then I'm just stuck on like, yeah, I'm leaving her now. But it is like what Jay said, like it's definitely kind of like it would be and what you said, it would be very difficult to stay in a relationship because emotionally it's like okay, how far have you gone emotionally? Like were you just hurt because I wasn't giving you enough attention, we just had a rough spot and we can come back from that? Or was it you found somebody that took your heart and it's bound to just... That's like reprobate mind in my mind.
And I feel
like it could be close to reprobate mind. Like you're
with women
gone.
Cheating is like...
It's a different thing.
Way more soul. Like it's way more emotional, soul, like all of that attached to it. So it's like...
That's a tough point you bringing up.
Cheating off of lust. Like men, maybe that might happen. Women, no, that's not happening. At least from... the majority aspect, I would say. So you cheat, then it's nah, because it's like you didn't just give your body, like you gave your soul to, you know what I'm saying? So it's probably dead for me.
Now,
I'm saying probably.
You got something to say, you can definitely, you know, butt in, you know what I mean? You ain't got to be respectful around here. Let us know how you... so some people say, now this is a crazy question, right? I'm not saying I agree with this, but I want you two to kind of unpack this. Okay. Because some people say, like what Jesse said, some people actually take that to show that men actually don't ever cheat. Because, I'm not saying I agree with it, I just want to get your take on it, because this is something that's going around, especially in the manosphere. man atmosphere on like social media and stuff, that if a man is with another woman, that he's not cheating because the emotional investment is not there. So what do you think about this type of thing going around? Because it's based on like what you just said, because it's different between women and men. A lot of times it's a different thing. But I guess what would you define as cheating, and what do you think about that comment?
If we have made a commitment to be together exclusive, then cheating is cheating. I don't care why you did it. The reason isn't important to me. You should be, to me, and I feel like I opened up this environment in my past relationships, that if we're having a problem, if you have the inkling or feeling a desire to go seek something else, come talk to me about it. Because there's no, like, I don't know. So I know some guys can't have those conversations with their women, but to me, like, if you don't just go out and then bam, I fell into somebody's bed. There has to be something. Something to lead up to that. And if you're just doing it for the physical aspect, then okay, come back to me. If we're married, come back to me. I'm like, okay, babe, let's try this. Let's do something. Like, I just feel like it doesn't matter if it's emotional cheating or not. Cheating is cheating.
That's good.
You said they can't have certain what conversation are you talking about? Like, that they can't have. I just wanted clarification. I didn't know what you were saying exactly. You said men are like some men can't have certain conversations.
So if a man, I have seen some men, when their desires are not getting fulfilled, they don't feel comfortable enough to tell their woman, because they feel like their woman is not gonna receive that information well.
Audience is going crazy right now. Hold up, Team Rebecca, before we lose our mic. Mike, hold it up.
Either they don't feel, I don't know. It can be man and woman side of it, but some men will not just say, "Hey, babe, I'm just not feeling it like I used to feel it." Or can we change something up? It's like some people don't feel comfortable having those conversations. Which, if you're in a relationship with someone, a marriage with someone, you should feel comfortable.
You can do it while she's talking. It's fine.
So if you have those conversations while you're like, when things are dying down, when it's not as spicy as it used to be, then we could prevent cheating. Physical cheating. We can prevent that. Either way, but yeah.
It's good.
Yeah, go ahead, just go on, bro.
Kind of just to talk about what she was leading up to. Yeah, I think it's important that you should be in a relationship where you can have those conversations, but also a lot of times men don't feel safe enough to have those conversations.
Yeah.
So it's like, and we're like, I feel like men, like, not all men, you know what I'm saying? I'm just speaking for majority, but I feel like, we're pretty much intellectual, like, and we're going to try to lead with intellect over emotion sometimes. So it's like, we can already sense, if I try to tell you one thing about something and how you received it, and if it wasn't received well, then I'm definitely not going to go any deeper than that and tell you about feelings of things that I'm having, or trauma that I've dealt with, or issues that I'm dealing with.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, yeah, what you're saying, I would agree with, but also I don't really know if the majority of relationships out there where the woman gives the man a safe enough space to tell them type of things.
I definitely understand that. And I feel like that's a foundational issue in your relationship.
For sure.
You don't, if you from the beginning start with an open space, a space that, okay, I can be honest with you about how I'm feeling, a safe space on both ends, because sometimes a woman doesn't feel like she can be have that openness. But usually when these problems arise, it's already like years down in the relationship, and if you didn't start with the foundation of trust and openness, then you're not going to just magically have that when there is a problem.
No, for sure. And I feel like that's the enemy. I feel like also like that's the enemy's way of like dividing too. And like that's how he gets relationships. And I mean that's just one of the ways, I feel like there's many ways. I feel like it's just another tactic the enemy uses to divide in marriages and in relationships, is to make them feel like they can't be honest with each other, talk to each other, or tell the things about what's really going on, So now I'm holding up the Jess. But
Rebecca and they both.
Okay,
they both get that pass.
We hitting on the head right now.
Yeah, y'all good, y'all good.
And we went into talking about, pretty much the safe space that people want to feel in relationships, whether it's exclusive relationships or just like friendships, regardless. But I forgot what we were talking about that
What
That-
a man being able to speak to his
Oh no, we was talking about
No, man not cheating.
yeah, man
not
cheating.
because it's physical and it's not.
Yeah, and I was gonna say
yeah.
that too. I feel like what's going around, like regardless of the mindset and perspective that you have around it, doesn't mean that everybody's gonna have that in line with that. So I feel like they're trying to shift everybody's perspective because of the way they think, so they can please their needs. But I also feel like if you're having sex with a woman and you feel like there is no emotional connection, then I'm not saying that that's not how you feel about it, because that may be, but I feel like you became so desensitized to sex, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, maybe that's the area that you need to work on. Like, I don't think you should be trying to be in a relationship if that's how you are viewing sex. So it's like, if that's what you want to do, by all means, like, ain't nobody can stop you. But it's like, why go try to be in a monogamous relationship and then do that and be like, okay, well, I don't want to be monogamous, so I feel like you should be cool with me doing what I want because I'm not emotionally tied to it. So
Yeah, I would just say Solomon is the first one in the Bible who spoke about this problem that men have, and we don't need to. And this was the man of wisdom in the Bible. It said he was with, I don't know if it was 700 strange women. He was with hundreds of strange women. Do something strange for a piece of change. Solomon was okay with that.
Oh wow.
Chapter 2, verse 3. No, I'm just playing. But the thing that you find out, even like when you make so much money, there's nothing wrong with shooting for that, but you have to know that type of peace that comes without money, because then when you get money, you don't know what to do with your money. You think your money is supposed to bring you some sort of comfort, and I'm not really going into like, that type of topic, but I just say that to say, when you're with like a multiple amount of women, that's why the statement ignorance is bliss is like such a powerful thing, because when you have not experienced it, it's so much better. So that's the thing that men say, that, oh, well, if they've tried so many different things, then they say, well, my one woman can't please me anymore. That's because you haven't controlled your mind, and you haven't brought yourself to a place to just calm down, focus on yourself, focus on your healing, and focus on God, and let God fix you, because that is a problem. If you can't control yourself, so now different women are like drugs. And if you look at the people that are teaching men to do this, to get multiple women, they're all single. There's one dude that, he's married, a monogamous relationship. It's funny. So he's preaching all this stuff, but he's like, at the same time, he's saying, that we should be doing all these different things. But when people speak this message to be with all these different women, they're single. So do you want to be married? Do you want to, just have a friend with benefits, I guess, for a long term? Or do you just want to, trailblaze for your whole life? So when I look at that, what they have, it's like, that's not really my goal anyways. So I would rather look towards somebody who has the goal that I am aspiring towards and see what they're doing. But people fall into this trap,
So my question is, then, these people that are, I guess, like pro-polygamous or whatever, what's the difference in, I mean, y'all might can answer this, but like, what's the difference between them having constant sex with their wife or whatever? Well, they're probably not having sex with just a wife, but in our context, just having sex with just your wife, from having sex with her and then going and having sex with other women. Like, I don't get, like, and for me, I would say that it's an ego thing. So it's like, if you feel like you can't just sit with one wife, then it's like, why do you feel the need to have multiple partners? Like, is it your ego? Is like, I need to have that, it's the A word I'm looking for, like, not appreciation, but
abundance.
Like, no, not
abundance
abundance.
mindset. I don't know.
But like, you need that, like, constant affirmation of, like, me getting other women, or, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, is it an ego thing? Like, why?
Confirmation? I think affirmation is like something you speak into the atmosphere, right?
No, you can speak affirmation to people. Like,
oh, okay.
Yeah, so, I mean, I would just say, like, why is it that they need it? Why can't you just be with the one woman?
It's not a well. Sometimes for some men, it's an ego thing. But what I've learned is some people believe that you can't find everything in one person, and because you can't do that, and it's wrong to put that pressure on one person to say, I need you to be all these things for me. And so people that go into polygamous relationships are they understand that I'm gonna get this one thing from this woman and she can feed that part of me, and then this other woman will feed this other part of me. And so one woman's not confined and saying, oh, I gotta be everything for this man, or vice versa, a man being everything for one woman. She can have multiple, or he can have multiple partners to say, like, okay, if there's one of my wives or one of my girlfriends, she cooks. My other girlfriend doesn't like to cook, but we have these really intellectual conversations, so she feeds that part of me. My other girlfriend, she likes to hike. My other two girls hate the outdoors. So that's the mindset of, oh, I can't get everything I want out of one person. And instead of putting that pressure and someone trying to conform to this one idea of who I want them to be, I go to multiple people to fill that desire.
Okay, so they pretty much come from the standpoint of like, I need all of my needs met, and I'm not going to require one person to do it.
Yeah.
I think that is definitely something that happens on both sides, because that is the main problem with people, is that when we find a person and then this didn't work, and then we find another person and this didn't work, and then we find another person and this didn't work. We talk about body count, but it's really not about like just body count, right? Just that one aspect. It's like experience count, really, with that person. And then you have another person, they're feeding certain parts of you, and you're like, well, this person didn't do it like that last person, and now this person does something better than the other person, and I need that because I need a person with this. And then that thing that you need, now this other person doesn't have it, but they have something else that's way better. So then it's like you're getting so much that is causing you to be unfulfilled. So it becomes like a drug. It's like you get one piece of it, and you're like, let me increase my dosage because I need a little more. My day was a little stressful. So that's how I look at it.
I got a question. How much, I just want to kind of see what y'all got to say about this. How much do men really need? Like, they're saying they're from just I'm kind of, I guess, is it devil's
at a healthy standpoint, or you mean how much craving?
Just from their perspective, it's like they're saying, and kind of what Rebecca talked about, it's like they want multiple people so their needs can be met. And I seen a comment too, and it said like they have to be whole, and I would say like, yeah, I would agree with that. It's two whole people coming together, but just because you're whole doesn't mean you don't have any needs anymore. So I'm just confused on like, what are all these needs that men are needing that they can't get from one woman? That's what I'm kind of confused on. And I'm not saying that y'all feel that way, but I'm just trying to think like, what is it that they could possibly be needing that one woman can't provide? Like physical touch, you can get that. Words of affirmation, a woman can give you that. Acts of service, like why can't a woman do that? And then I'm not talking about just women do this. Like men can do this too. So for ladies, come at me. But just speaking from the woman doing it to the man, like a woman can give you things that you need and meet your needs. One woman. So I'm just like, why do they need so many different women meeting just this one?
I think the difference with men is it's so much more based on physical attraction. And that's the only thing I can think of, because like when you have a woman that's attractive and you talk to them, and then just being honest, it cannot be the same as the first day that you met them. It's just not going to be like, they can be beautiful and all that, but then you just meet another person. Like somebody told me this, I'm not gonna say who.
So they're looking for the high.
If you're not in a healthy mindset, right? You're gonna feel this on some type of level anyways, but you got to understand how to regulate, how to understand what's going on with your brain. Your brain, because some people say, well, when you're with your woman, she can be the most beautiful woman to you ever. You're always gonna see somebody that looks better than her. That's what they say. But I would state it like, you're always gonna see someone that looks different than her, that has an attraction that you haven't seen before.
I agree with that.
So that would be the difference to me. It's not about her looking better, because there are so many different types of people that to us may be equally attractive. but they have different things that make them more attractive, and it's not even more attractive. Just something it's just something new.
Yeah,
It's just something you haven't seen
I would
before.
agree with that. I would
That's just the way the
definitely
brain works. Like we haven't seen this, so we're excited. Ooh, that I haven't. But you got to know how to.
God ain't stop making
regulate
beautiful
that.
women just because you got in a relationship. Like,
I mean, they've been around the whole
that's
time.
what, yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. It's like, so I mean, I definitely agree. I wouldn't say, oh, like she's more beautiful than my girl, but I would not deny her beauty by saying, oh, my girl's beautiful, she's ugly. Like, that's not realistic. You know what I'm saying?
You have a balance.
Yeah.
She good, but
It's
I'm
like,
good.
She's beautiful too, but you also just got to be, I guess, disciplined enough to know, like, I found my one though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
And I
not
think
be
you
so
got to
quick
think
to be on just eye attraction. Like, oh, everything that looks good, I got to try to talk to. It's
But
like,
see, that's when you're not really thinking about relationship. You
Yeah.
thinking about that's what has the abundance for most men, I think. And they're so fixated on because think about it. You find somebody that looks attractive, you don't know what they act like. You don't know their personality. You don't know how
Big
much you have to
time.
deal with. So you're not planning on staying with her anyways. You're planning on having a night with her because she looks good. Maybe having her around for even a few months or so. And then it's over because you got the experience from her looks. And now her looks don't mean as much to you anymore because you never cherished her in that fulfilling way anyways. You only cherished her as a drug. You used her as a drug. That's how that's what my experience from understanding these different people are. Not experiencing myself because that's not what I...
And I'm not saying this to say I believe in polygamy, but think of people that have multiple partners. It's like you having multiple friends. I have friends that I will go travel with. I have friends that I'll go shopping with. I have friends that I know they're down for anything, so we'll be spontaneous. Other friends that we have to plan everything out. So different friends feed different parts of me, and I don't try to make one friend conform to something else because that's just not how we work. For people that are in these polyamorous relationships, they decide that there's multiple sides of me and there's multiple things that I want in a relationship, and this one woman cannot give that to me, or I'm not going to ask her to do that. I'm not going to ask my wife that hates outdoors to go hiking with me, so I ask my girlfriend, and because she's always so it's not always about the physical. It's always about there's something you want in your relationship. Like, let's say you're a big sports person and you want your girl to watch the game with you, and she hates sports, but you love this woman and she just hates sports. A man would decide to say, okay, let me get another girlfriend, not because I don't value the relationship I'm in already, but because I want that type of, and that's just a simple example.
No, that's good.
I want that type of connection with my partner beyond my boys or my friends. I want that in a partner, and I'm not going to make my wife be that for me. So, and then when you're in these relationships, there's an agreement that this is not, of course, quote unquote, cheating. This is, okay, I'm going to get something else. I'm expanding. And there's an understanding that, okay, this person's giving me this. I'm getting they hold value in my life for this portion of my life, or this part of me. And then this other person has value. So there's not like, you're better than this, or you're prettier than there, or I need another pretty woman, or I need another person to sleep with. Some people do get in these relationships because of, sex and stuff like that. But there's idea of, okay, I want to make sure that, I don't like the word needs, but I want to be able to explore all of me in the capacity of a relationship.
That was good.
Yeah.
My question
well, we
is,
can end it right here because she pretty much what I was saying.
My question is though, is that rooted in the man from a low self-esteem or like insecure issue, and you have to have somebody that can do all these different things with you, or is it more of the women's thing and like, you can't watch sports, but I love sports, like you can't just watch the game with me, and I do things for you that I may not like. So is it like that, or is it more like he should be okay with that need not getting met? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just an insecure thing? So it's like, which side is it? Is it for the women to step up in that area, or do y'all think it's for the man to step up and work on his insecurities, if that is even what it is?
I think it's both sided. I don't think we want to think it as just something simple as, oh, you can't watch the game with me. But like, when you're in in the beginning of a relationship, a girl will compromise on so many levels. We'll sit in a 5-hour game because we love you. We're like, oh God, I'm just gonna make him happy. I'm gonna do whatever. But 10 years down the line, I'm gonna get tired. I'm like, I'm tired of watching the game. You still love the game.
Here we go.
Instead of at that point, like at the beginning, yeah, I'll be there. I'll watch every game that you want to watch. But eventually, I'm like, it's gonna revert back to it being pointless to me. I'm not interested in this. I know.
Is that right? Or are you saying like that's how? Are you saying that's right and that's how it's gonna be for all women? Or are you saying that's something that women have to work on?
I think no, I'm not saying it's right. I'm saying that you have to. This is the thing about setting expectations, because if you know your girl does not like sports and she is, she may compromise for a season and be like, hey, I'll watch sports with you. But like eventually it's gonna be like this dumb task to her, and she's like, okay, well, I'm just sitting here. I don't like it. I don't like doing this, but I'm doing it for him. But like, how long is that gonna last? So it's like,
how long? I'm trying to figure out, not general.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I want to know how long you think it should last. Like, should you do that or no? Like, do you feel you should or no?
I guess depending on it depends how important it is to you. Like if my man, and I don't want to use sports.
Well, it might not be important. It's not important to you.
Okay. Well, no, it's how important it is to you as a man.
To me. Okay.
Like if you really need a woman to watch sports with you, then you should from the beginning look for a woman in that, because sometimes we meet a pretty person and we're like, oh, I'm attracted to them, and they might have aspects of them that you wish they were different, and you're like, oh, they can change. They could compromise. They can conform to what I want, but take the person as they are.
No, hold on. Because you said in the beginning, you're sitting at that 5-hour game.
Yeah.
But then down the line, you're not anymore.
Yeah, because I'm done with it.
So my expectation
I got my man.
was...
I'm done now.
It's not even that was
we
my
won.
expectation. It was, she's doing this with me, but now she's not anymore because it was a task all along. She just wanted me. But now you changed up on me.
She thought you would have been over your insecurity by now.
Oh, wow.
Well, I mean...
I'm trying to help you out, Rebecca. Come on now.
I'm just going to say, as me, I would
do it first.
I would no. This is what I'm gonna say for the beginning. If I'm in a relationship with someone and they like sports, and they like going to games, I would tell them, hey, I'll go with you. I'm not really interested in this, but I'll do this to support you. But don't expect me to love it as much as you do.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair.
You agree with Rebecca, Mike?
Don't expect me to like be so excited for the game. Like when you're in a relationship, yeah, I'm getting to know you.
Yeah.
And so I'm gonna do the things you like.
I agree with Jesse or Rebecca.
But then in a relationship, when you're in a relationship, you're not gonna do the things I like.
No, that's what I'm not saying. But okay, so forever. Okay, so think. Okay, let's reverse the role.
Let's revert. Oh, you want me to go?
No,
I just been waiting on. I just waiting on my turn. Like
no, because you're looking at this one thing that is it that big of a problem that I don't like sports. Like, why is it that?
It's not about. Okay, well, for me personally, and no, this doesn't apply to me specifically, but let's just say it does. For me personally, no, it's not about the sports. I would say it's about the quality time I'm spending with you while I'm doing something that I like. But
yo, whoa,
you lost.
But
we got a crowd.
If that's something that you were doing with me at first, and then now down the line, like it was really dreadful. You just wanted it. You just did it because you wanted me. I feel like that's number one. That's
but no, it's
up.
not because I wanted you. It was like I wanted to support you in that. But it's like,
but now you don't anymore.
You can go watch every game you want.
No,
Do I have to be there? Do I have to be there?
Yes, because that's something that means a lot to me.
I think both of y'all selfish.
I'm not saying
you, Rebecca.
No, look. I'm finna.
I think both of y'all selfish.
So look, this is a relationship. So the problem is, if you're doing that right, and you're coming to do things that you don't like, but I like, I would find the only issue is if I'm not doing things that you like, right? Mm-hmm. So if it's things that you need, and I'm not doing those, but you're doing things that I need, then that's where the issue is. But
like if I ain't going shopping with you.
Exactly. But if you want me to go shopping with you and I don't like that and I still do it, then do things that I like that you don't like.
Okay.
And it's a relationship.
That's a compromise.
Exactly.
That's a compromise.
The problem is, I feel like the only reason a woman would get tired of it is if her the love deposit bank is not being met as well. But if you're continuously meeting mine, I'm continuously meeting yours, I don't feel like the frustration would ever come.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
When we're bringing this back to
Needs being met.
needs,
That's what it all comes down to.
yeah.
Are you
needs
meeting
being-
my needs, or am I meeting yours?
Yeah.
Why would you get tired of meeting my needs when I'm constantly meeting yours?
I wouldn't get tired. I'm just saying.
If you talk, I ain't never heard no man like that. I didn't think they had any. If you got them like that, every game.
Because
Make a t-shirt say every game.
In the beginning, it was almost like it was rooted in like,
You don't play games, I'll be at
constantly
every
doing
game.
this. I don't like to do it, but it's like, well, what is he? You know what I'm saying? Is he doing it? If he doing things for you that he doesn't like, so it's like y'all are both doing things for each other, and that also goes back to people that want different friends for different things. It's like the wife you choose is not gonna like everything that you like.
Yeah.
But it's like you're not gonna like everything that she likes. But it's a relationship, and the only way for it to work is that y'all both meet each other's needs.
But I just
So
want
you're gonna have to do things that you may not like.
I get that, but also like, if I really don't like something, like I feel like we should also have this understanding that you don't have to do everything with me, and I don't have to do everything with you.
I agree with that too.
So at a certain point, if I do something online and I say, babe, I'm tired of watching the game. Is it okay if, I support you, you can go to the game every week if you want, but I don't want to go. Is that okay for me to say that? Is that me being selfish if I really don't want to go?
No, I wouldn't say it's selfish.
Mike, go ahead and say your
I
piece,
wouldn't
bro.
say
I
Cause
it's,
still support. Like,
Mike been quiet this whole time. So
okay, Leah,
I've been enjoying it, but I'll say this because where y'all first started from with the whole
we got the
minute-
chats on the screen, by the way. I ain't want to cut Mike off, but
No, you good. You
I'm
good.
excited to get the chats on the screen finally.
Oh, snap. Wow. Oh, yeah, with that, right? But nah, for real. When it come to like this whole, because if I'm with somebody and I really care about them and I want to be with them, I'm not really looking at no other female. You know why? You know why I'll be getting. He said cat.
He said cat.
Oh, we about to get started then. But
Right, Mike.
you know why I start to look at another female?
You just ruined
Mike,
all
you
your
know it's
chances
been a
just
lot.
there.
I ain't gonna lie. No, I'm not lying. The reason why I started looking at another female because lust came in, and nothing happened overnight, right? So
That's true.
this apply to men and women. If you so called in a relationship with somebody, right?
Hold on.
Unless you moved off, unless it was intentionally. I ain't even see him. Hey Jesse, let's go. But that's why I say I don't agree fully with both of them. I agree with certain things, but overall,
not the
no.
board on it.
This whole thing trying to put it on what is it the man or the woman? It really extends from lust. And when it comes to lust,
What?
yeah, it extends from lust. That's the only reason
wait,
why.
what extents for lust?
Wait,
Like,
yeah.
Wait.
Wait,
I need to
I
make
was
sure.
wondering why he disagree with both of
Before
you.
you get to what extends from lust, you said you don't be looking at the women. But then you said you do when lust comes in. That's
right.
what I call cap.
Hold on, no. It wasn't even cap. I made it
I
clear.
think he was speaking more
So-
general.
So you
Yeah.
saying,
We're gonna go ahead
you
and say
saying it's not
Mike's
you,
wife.
it's the lust controlling you that makes you look at women. That's what
Yeah,
it sounds like.
based off of the conversation they was having
I'm
about.
asking you.
Oh yeah, if I'm in a relationship and I start looking
So
at
you
other
cheat on
women,
your girl, you gonna say it wasn't me, babe. It was lust.
All right,
Now,
let's
It was the devil.
all jokes.
The devil made me do it.
It's
baby.
me.
The devil made me do it.
It's me, but it extends from lust.
Let's
It's selfishness.
Let's look at some of these
Self-gain.
comments real quick. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Expose and forgive. That's what Alexis said. Aliana
She
said.
said
Oh, she
expose
said
and
I know
forgive.
that. Yeah, because if a man cheats on her, that's what
okay, we going
she
back.
gonna expose and forgive.
I agree with that.
I mean, it's gonna come to the
Let me
light.
see. Aliana said that what the ST is that something we need to read? What is it?
STD.
The
It's a
STD
disease.
is still there even if there is no emotional connection when he cheats. Hey, that's what you gotta think
That's
about.
a valid point.
Don't bring back no babies and don't
Yeah.
bring back no STDs.
You give me something, it's
That's
done.
the rule. I mean,
Not if you married.
Don't
Wait a
cheat
minute.
anyways,
Not if you
but-
married.
At that point, you might as well
That's what
stay
they
with
say.
I'm
me.
like, God, I'm
we
gonna
gon-
pray back. God, you better
Hey,
get
Beck,
him.
you better stay
And we gonna
safe
get
on
back
this
to
one.
the-
You come back home and you bring something with you.
Hey, deal with it. Take it to God.
Hey, and
But you
then,
can't get a divorce.
Are you
Alexis
cheating
Yeah,
on
said,
I'm gonna take it to God. I'm like, God, you said till death do your part.
now,
do your part, God.
but look, okay. Alexis said, now the next question: are you cheating on God? Oh, I
Fact.
thought she was saying, are you cheating on God? But she said, are you cheating on God? That's a good question.
That's why I was gonna go next too.
Wait, or is she saying how you just said it?
Brittany says, no, a person isn't supposed to
Oh yeah, I kind of
complete
touched on
you.
that.
You become whole with God first. Two broken eggs don't make a whole egg. And then Brittany says, a person not.
Cause she accidentally misspelled. it.
Oh, I was like, a pardon? Excuse me, what? Alexis says Rebecca Beck is such an elegant, intelligent queen. Keep letting her talk.
I just love the love.
We ain't let her talk. Do not get on
here hyping up the Kings, please.
All right,
Like,
Aliana said, y'all's Rebecca.
we need some words of affirmation too.
I
Like,
know, ain't nobody helping us.
Jesse, you've been doing a great job. I want to tell you that. You have such an intelligent mind, Jesse.
Because we insecure, huh?
Thank
Because y'all
you.
think we insecure. That's why y'all ain't helping us. All right, let me see. Brittany said, I'm a marriage. Brittany? In a
You a
marriage.
marriage?
Stop
Oh,
typing so
wow, you're
fast
a
now.
marriage.
I was like, Brittany said, in a marriage, you have to be honest about who you like and don't like. And marriage is give and take. Sometimes my husband will take me out, and sometimes I will sit at home with him. Okay. And Aliana said, basically, be authentic since the beginning from the beginning, and don't pretend to like your partner's hobbies when you don't. Okay.
I agree.
Yeah.
Alexis said, preach.
Don't mean don't go though.
And then Brittany said, sometimes you should go, but you don't have to go every time.
Thank you.
You want to do things that make him happy.
I agree.
Just like you want him to do things that he may not like. Okay. Aliana says, we love you, Jess. You tried it. You try your best. All right. You got bars in the chat.
Try.
Yeah.
Brittany says, y'all reading the comments too late and they don't make sense. Susie,
We try.
got Susie Q in the building. Happiness is within. If you're truly happy with yourself, you will find somebody that's meant for you. If you wait on God, you won't have to worry about those problems. Okay. So
I agree with
Yeah.
that, but I don't know what she mean by that, because you can be in a relationship and you can be happy. That don't mean your needs being met. Y'all understand what I'm saying?
No, I understand.
Like,
You said what?
kind of how Brittany talked about,
Yeah.
and kind of what this lady's saying. How they talk about being whole. You can be in a relationship whole. That don't mean your other partner's meeting your needs. Just because you whole and happy don't mean that you don't still have needs.
Yeah.
yeah, it's not gonna be perfect. It's
And I'm
like-
not. And
But
I'm
you
not,
should
and
know
I'm not
that
in a relationship to meet all
before-
my own needs either.
You should know that before the relationship, like before you get to marriage, you should know if your needs are going to be met or not. I mean, if not, some needs you might not know. But
Yeah.
some
That's the
needs,
thing.
if you're doing it in the godly way, some
What they
needs.
say? Tested and see. No,
Whoa.
Wow.
Wait.
Taste and see that I'm good.
Mike,
Y'all
hold,
wild.
Mike, hold my head up real
Bible
quick. Mike, hold my head up, man. Nah, just playing.
Pull your
Oh,
mic
my
down some,
God.
Jesse.
Huh?
Let's cover up your face a little bit. Yeah. So, no, I'm gonna cover his face. Oh, you're crazy.
How
Um,
important
What Alexis
How
said.
important
how important is
attraction
attraction
How
and,
important is
and
attraction
chemistry?
and chemistry?
Chemistry. Y'all gonna have to
Yeah.
define what that means. Like I
It's like
feel like I got
Y'all
my
vi-
own.
you
kind of
vibing.
like conversation,
Like
kind of
compatibility?
connecting, and
Yeah, like you vibing.
like-
I mean,
You have a good.
attraction,
You have a
I mean,
good.
I mean,
good-
I mean, looks ain't gonna
banter.
last longer than vibing.
they gonna last for a little bit though.
I'm cute.
At the
I
beginning.
feel like
Play it over.
attraction shouldn't be number one on your list.
Hey, Beck. I'm
I'm-
sorry.
Nah,
Number
let her feel-
one
let her
on
say
your
what she
list?
feel.
Number one on your
number
list?
one on your list is
Now,
attraction.
it is the first thing
Okay.
you see.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I was about to
No,
say.
okay, yes, okay. It's
But
the first
not
thing
number
you
one on
see,
your list.
But
Yeah,
I'm
that's
like,
why I'm saying.
I
Key.
agree.
Yeah.
it's the first thing you see, but you can get to know people, and they like their personality, like
Make them cute.
make them cute.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like you said,
'Cause I-
you
feel me?
shouldn't just marry just because they look.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
what's
yeah.
so what should be number one?
God.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely,
God.
the spiritual aspect should be number one.
Yeah.
And I say
Mine-
that
What do you
because
mean by that?
if they don't love God on some type of capacity, then it's
Okay.
like, bro, it's done, it's dead.
If
It
they,
Y'all
can't
wouldn't
work.
date y'all wouldn't date a 10 out of 10 atheist?
If she
I mean, if I could convert her. You
if
wild.
she
Oh,
got
God.
all the
Please.
qualities of a wife, and she could get me and my kids to heaven, and she might not make it. You know, I gotta pray to God about it. I might do it. No, just like,
no, I don't
nah.
care how good.
I'll
you
never
look.
do that. I'll just
I
jump
don't
in.
care how you good you
That's what I
look.
said,
I
if you can
can't.
convert her.
And-
Then you already done messed up.
Yeah, it's like
now
if
that's
you're
not
so
true. The Bible talks about marrying
I'm
an
not dating
unbeliever. Though.
nobody I gotta convert. into
Yeah,
anything.
I'm not-
So you
here
ain't
to-
worried about putting in work, like. So
But-
they fall off. They skip. So nobody want to put in work.
I
That's
said
the-
no, but I
that's
need
the weird
But the
thing to
Bible
shoot
also
for,
says
though.
I
don't
need
be
foundation.
unequally yoked. So why are you going
And the Bible
into,
also
why
says,
are you
Beck-
trying to go into a relationship
Hold,
already
you
being
subjecting authority right now. Chill out.
Mike, you ain't my husband. You ain't my pastor.
Mike,
so you might.
Oh, I
that
like
doesn't that doesn't make sense to promote. Like, it's certain instances, right?
Uh-huh.
Cool.
I can't believe y'all
But
went with it.
to
I was
promote
joking.
that as like a goal.
No. I've never said go for the unevenly yoked.
Okay, I'm just.
I'm not saying go for the
clarifying, 'cause
But
unevenly
if you can
yoked.
convert them, go for them.
But if you're attractive in some yo, he funny.
But that's
It's-
how you get yourself messed up because we since we
I ain't
want
trying to convert people where you just need to be finding the one that you ain't got to convert.
exactly because
That'd
that's
be
how
10 times
you
easier.
that's how you get caught up because
Talk to me back.
You're going to be wasting all your energy.
Mike,
That's
heard
not
about
true.
Challenges.
That's not
Instead
true.
of just
What's
getting
wrong
to
with that?
learn who they really
Yeah.
are.
I mean, you
and working on your chemistry together.
hey yo,
Why would
you doing that regardless. What we talking about?
But I don't have to convert them. I didn't already took out a step.
I don't want
We got
If you have
scripture
to,
for-
wait,
we-
hold on.
we got-
If
we
you
got
have
scripture.
to convert them.
Uh-huh.
That means you're gonna have to go all the way down to their foundation and then work on that.
Yo.
If they already believe in the same thing as you, y'all already got the same foundation.
Okay.
Yeah, you may have certain
Bernie
different
said, "Mike,
views on things.
you gon'
But an atheist,
me off.
bro. Y'all. What's
If
it
y'all
called?
don't
Gonna be
agree.
Probably way
Yeah.
offline.
I'm gonna be honest.
because you're
okay.
They're
I-
not built on the same thing. Y'all not built on the same thing.
I agree. Go most likely whoever God got for you is gonna be equally yoked and all that. But let's
God
just say
got for
you let's just say you find somebody attractive, you put in a situation and y'all begin to vibe. It's scripture for marrying an unbeliever. It is. So with that, right? If that happened, if they willing to convert over, why not? I don't mind God using me to convert her and her whole family. That's even better. You know, they can appreciate that. You feel me? So that's what I'm saying. But yeah, go
But
for
are you
what
going
God.
So
in
you just
going
saying-
in talking to this woman with intentions of being with her, pursuing this woman? I don't.
Okay.
I don't believe in
You know why that's icky?
starting a relationship when you don't have the same beliefs.
I feel like you trying to convert them.
Yeah.
And
She looked at
no
the camera when she said that one.
No,
I feel
and
like
no
want y'all to
one
know.
I feel like
should
that's
be.
lust.
No one should
No,
be.
I ain't say that.
I'm just telling you how I feel about it. I feel like if you trying to convert them that
Yeah.
bad,
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm talking about to get in a relationship
Stop,
with them.
stop.
Yeah.
And
Stop.
it's like clearly you look
Stop.
at they must be that bad that you want to convert them. It's like if they ooh, I don't even want to go there.
No. Don't hold back. What Keith say?
Do you,
Let's
so,
go.
So if they don't look good to you,
Uh-huh.
you gonna try to convert. You gonna try to convert them as home.
Yeah, Mike.
I'm talking about to be in relationships with.
Wait. Hold. Let's be real here. I gotta find them attractive. We gotta have something going on. I'm not saying just go off the deep end.
So
but,
why can't the Holy Spirit be attractive enough?
I mean, yeah, it's
Oh,
plenty.
that's
Of
not either. I ain't
You know-
gonna lie. I ain't gonna lie.
She said that. She said
I
that.
know. I
She
said
said
I don't
that.
agree with that either. Like you could be
I'm
worshiping
just-
God.
Hey, yo,
Yeah,
Jesse.
if I
I'm
find
just
you-
Jesse, get this one.
If I find you attractive, hey, I
Ain't
ain't looking
happening.
your ways. I
I'm
like.
just
ain't
messing
happening.
with Mike.
Hey, look your way, shout.
But I'll say this for my boy
you
Jesse.
Close it out. You close it out.
Now you good. I'm gonna say this. All I'm saying is because it's situations when you preaching, some women are attractive, and it's like, yo, you get some of them that want you, and a lot of times it's what they feeling is God, but they want you. So what they do is they start.
No,
I need some. Yo,
That's
Okay, go ahead. Go
wrong.
ahead. Finish. Go ahead. Finish. I want
Yo.
to hear. This.
So with that, right?
Lord,
If the
Lord.
chick willing to follow me as I follow Christ, but then she get to a place, right? Because this happened too. She get to a place where she like, oh, this more than what I bargained for, and it's like it can get real. But if I forgot where I was going with it. But if you able to still like minister to her, because what if
How you
I'm the
minister
very
her,
reason?
Mike?
Because
You like her?
she might not want the word.
type of
She might not want me
minister you got
to. She might
going
not
on?
want me to preach to her. So the good thing is, if I'm living it, it's gonna rub off on her. So it could turn into one of
Yeah,
those
let it
where
rub it off on
she
her.
make it in because she following me. It wasn't her first choice type junk. You get what I'm trying to say?
I think there are
I
instances
feel like no one
where
should be trying
yeah.
to come to God because of you. Like, you can be your example, but if you're
Let me put
If
this
I
camera
per-
on this girl.
if
Because
I'm
they want a
pursuing,
relationship
yeah,
with
because they
you.
want a relationship with me. Like that means that if the relationship goes south, your relationship with God is going south. So I don't want that much pressure that a man is coming to church because of me. No, come for God, and then we can talk about being in a relationship later.
Okay. So
agree,
what about when he say
100%.
compel them to come in?
Are we
Sometimes
talking about
sometimes you gotta.
relationships, or are you talking about converting people? Because that's two different things that we talking about.
No, I'm
you trying to
saying-
convert an atheist into Christianity is not the same as you trying to convert an atheist that you want a relationship with into Christianity.
an atheist
I mean,
to a Christian.
what's the
is-
difference from a Muslim chick or a Catholic
I mean, okay,
chick or any
Catholic,
religion for that
Muslim,
matter?
whatever
the thing
you wanna
is,
call it.
the thing is, like, there are certain instances where it's like that's the exception category, right?
Yeah.
That's not the let's keep this going because this is great. Like, you don't want that to be the what you put in the book, like that you sell for best relationships. You know what I'm
I
saying?
see what you mean.
Like you don't
I
want
see
that
what he
to be
means,
the
but-
book that you write and you trying to give it out as information to people. Like in church, you do want to preach, hey, to make it easier on yourself, you probably don't want to go through all this extra stuff where you got to go through converting her and doing all. It's much
Okay.
easier. Now,
don't
I
think
get
God
it.
is
Like
gonna require that of anybody.
No, that's not true. Look what he told hey, my man's marry a whore. Like what we talking about here? Like everybody,
But that's
hold
not-
on, everybody now.
exception category.
But
That's
that's
what I'm talking
exception
about.
but
category.
that's
God's
exception
not telling
category.
everybody just go marry whores.
That's not in the
Yeah,
rule book.
God also not telling like everybody to be like Paul and not be married. So what I'm saying is
So
you
what's
have
up for the
those
majority?
situations. You have those
But
situations.
for the majority, it's
I'm not saying that
equally
what you're saying isn't
Yeah, the
possible.
majority be married.
But I'm saying that what you're saying is illogical. It's like why, and so the reason it's illogical because that is a miracle almost thing happening.
That's not true, bro. This
Bro,
this
them
stuff
things
this stuff
happen,
happen
I mean-
all the time. It just maybe not promoted. And again, I'm not saying as Christians to do like
I don't think
this.
it's a smart move. That's what
I
I'm
mean,
saying.
for the most, I can agree with you on that. For the most part, it's not a smart move. But for those people that's put in that situation, and it is people like that, I wouldn't say no. Like, yo, if you love her, like love her enough to help her not go to hell,
Let me give another example.
Love her enough to how to help
me
her
get-
go
let
to
Wait,
hell.
dude, you're talking about a man that's in church, knows the word,
or a woman
falling-
that's in church.
knows the word, falling after
No.
God, and then loving someone enough that's on the streets or in the world to
on the street.
sorry,
Hey, Beck, we understand.
The
we
gospel
understand.
gangster. Yes. Actually.
love them enough to bring them to God. That's what you're talking about.
I mean,
Love them enough
that's
to bring them to... That sounds so fishy to me.
Let me
fish.
Yeah, no,
let
I
me give,
know,
let
you're
me
right.
give
That's
another
why I'm like,
example.
yo,
Let me give another
come
example
on.
because I just want to see if it's consistent what you're saying with other things. Like, it could work if you had kids out of wedlock, right?
Uh-huh.
But that's not the way you want to go.
No,
It's not the plan you want to make.
I
If
wouldn't.
it happens, it wasn't. I mean, God can work it out, but is that like what you want to go for?
Mhm.
No.
No.
You see what I'm saying? Like that's my view of this
Yeah.
conversation. It's not what I want to go for. That somebody that I gotta convert, but if it
Mike, this is called
happens,
relationship
if
goals.
it happens, what did the Bible say?
it got scripture. For
What did
it.
Paul say? If it don't go for this type of
Yeah,
thing,
Don won't. No, don't go
but
for
if
it.
you have a relationship with a woman or a person that's not a believer,
yeah,
then like if you're married to them, then don't divorce them, work it out.
All I'm saying
You
is...
see what I'm saying? But that's the exception. You don't go for stuff. You don't go for the
8 billion
potential.
people in the world.
You
gotta
have
go
so
for
much
atheists?
faith. If you
Make it
this,
make sense.
if you have so much faith in if you have so much faith in a woman converting to your religion, to your doctrine, then you should have enough faith for God to give you somebody who doesn't you don't have to do that
Uh-oh, you
with.
preaching
Okay,
now.
okay.
That fits you
Okay.
like
Amen.
a yin and yang, like the perfect mold.
see,
Yeah.
but
That
that's
God
not
can do
every.
that.
But this the thing.
Not perfect, but like for you.
Yeah.
Is what I'm saying.
But what
Perfect
if
for you.
Okay, so what if that atheist is perfect for me? She just not where she need to be. That's my.
wait.
I ain't gonna lie. She
Is
ain't
that-
perfect for me.
Is that like a
Yeah.
contradiction though? Like
Nah, it
an
won't be.
How
atheist
can she
being
perfect
perfect
with
for a
you
person that
if
believes
she's
in God?
not?
The same reason why God says not. He said don't go committing fornication and adultery,
and let
right?
me
But
tell
then
you
he
why
tell
that's-
Hazel to go marry a
Let me tell you
whore.
why that's such a
Something,
bad
no,
thing
no.
to
Some
put out.
things
But
happen
you
for a
wouldn't-
reason.
you
Because
wouldn't
that's
start
not
a
contradiction.
relationship with
You could
her
say
while they're an
anybody's perfect for you
atheist.
then.
What?
You
Say it again?
wouldn't start a
If that's the case, you
relationship
could say
with them.
anybody's perfect for you.
Yeah, you could say yeah, definitely.
And it's like, but God said we're gonna be together.
So do you just don't
Man,
have any
God
requirements?
gave everybody enough wisdom to choose based on the fruit that the person bearing.
So what
That's
if?
what I go
Okay,
off of.
okay. So what if
If they
this?
not bearing good fruit, it's a dub.
Yeah.
Oh, now okay. I like that.
There's
As-
certain exceptions you can make, but just like that is so extreme. Like atheists, like I mean, how far are you gonna go? Like
I mean,
I can view everything else and say this could work, but to make an exception and just go off of that one,
I'm not
like
saying you
nah,
can't convert them.
yeah, but you got to
for a relationship.
gotta
Yeah,
see
that
it.
shouldn't be your intention.
you got to see some things that are there that's like, all right, I got evidence that this could work or this is gonna work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But to just like she could be, maybe she Baptist and she don't really know too much about, the difference between you and her, and then it's like, all right, well, she's agreeing with what I'm bringing to her pretty easily, so it's not a task. You know what I'm saying? So, and she's studying. She's not just, she's coming for God. You know what I'm saying? I just feel like you gotta. It's not something you look for, is what I'm saying.
yeah, I agree.
Can
It's
it
not saying you
work?
look
Are
for
we
it, but
are we
it
gonna
can
go
work.
around and just have faith for impossible relationships? No, that's crazy.
Mike is.
I'm not having faith for that because first of all, God told you to marry a wife. He who finds a wife finds a good thing. What if you find someone who doesn't have the traits of a wife, that doesn't fulfill Proverbs
It's Christians
31?
like that.
Proverbs 31.
It's Christian women that's like that. That do
That's
not
what
have
I'm
the traits.
saying. It's got to be close. It's got to have a love for the truth.
So what if this atheist woman have the traits, but she's not saved? She's not.
How she have traits of a Christian?
No,
if
no,
she don't
no.
believe
What I'm
in
saying,
God?
what I'm saying is, she have traits of being a good wife. I'm not speaking in the sense of
People
following
go
God
through
like
a
me.
path to become atheist.
Huh?
Yeah, but what happens?
That ain't no-
Nah, you could become an atheist
but what
because your
happens
mom
in
died or
moments in
somebody
life-
died.
What happens when you go through moments in life? Because life is gonna happen, right?
Uh-huh.
What happens when you go in moments in life where life happens and you need to pray? You know what I'm saying? And you and your wife supposed to be praying to God to get through seasons of life. What you gonna do then?
Yeah.
You married to an atheist. She not praying to the same God as you. She not praying to no God.
Okay. That apply to Christian women that's they try to come off like they doing what they doing, but the inner part not right. It's no different. So in that case, hold on. But in that case, let's say that's the case. I'm
you
the
already
head.
know.
My wife is not the head of the house. The Bible never said if the devil get the wife.
Right, hold up.
It's the Bible said. Hold on. The Bible said
Honestly,
first
I
you get
would
the
question
strong man,
your-
then you can get the house.
Mike,
Do you
I
wanna
would
deal with
question.
that?
No, you good, but that's another topic
I
we'll
would
get
question
into
your
in a minute.
headship, Mike. Honestly,
Why?
Because if
she
you-
coming for smoke.
Yeah, talk
Hold
to
on,
me.
Rebecca's head right
if
now.
you are
Let
willing
me get them
to
heads. Well,
you're
entertain
gonna
a
go
woman
be
that
good.
doesn't even believe what you believe in, and so you consider yourself ahead, you're supposed to be like-minded like God, but you willing to sacrifice yourself and put yourself in a position to fall back because yes, you're trying to I guess convert this woman. You're trying to be a good example, but also when you're in a relationship, lines can get blurred real
Yeah, I
easily.
agree.
So that woman, because of her beauty, and she's the 10
I never
of
said
10,
I'm moving over beauty. Hold on.
Hold
on.
Yeah, you
Beck,
did.
be
Y'all were
corrected.
just talking about beauty earlier.
Yeah, you did.
Attraction. I was talking about attraction.
That-
So she might be just that, the right type
what
of
you attracted
fine.
to?
Her personality.
Hey,
not her
Rebecca's the head, y'all.
Hey, we gonna sit
Hey,
here
Mike,
and
look,
lie now.
Rebecca.
No.
zoom in on me.
I ain't got a head up there.
See,
Zoom in on me.
everything- But I mean,
Rebecca
I ain't gonna
is
lie.
the head.
We can split switch combo because everything you
Zoom
saying,
in,
I'm
bro.
not saying it's not a possibility. That's not what I'm
Yeah.
not negating. All I'm saying is, do you really want to be praying in a season of your life where your wife don't believe? It's like, why?
Yo, he is dumb. He
Like,
is
why
dumb.
would you want to put yourself through that when you don't have to?
Exactly.
No.
There are women out here that look good that are Christian.
No, but this what I'm saying. I don't disagree
We
with
just
that.
like to go on the hard way.
He
No,
like a
it's not
challenge.
even that. I'm just saying, why won't we look at it as I could possibly save my wife?
I'm not trying to save.
Why you
nobody.
trying to
She's
save
not
your
your
wife?
wife yet.
That's
Why
you
you trying to save
Why do you want to
everybody?
be the reason? You want to be a
This
part of
man
her
wanna be
testimony.
Jesus.
Oh, I
Why
came
you
to
trying to
God
save
because
everybody?
my
First of
husband
all-
showed me the way. That's an
And my
ego
bad,
thing.
when I-
No. Nah.
He's calling her his
no.
wife
When I
already.
say save
before they
It's not an
married.
ego thing for me.
When
That's
I
not
say
it.
save it, no, it's
You already
not.
calling her your
That
wife.
you trying to
Why you
save
doing that,
everybody is not what God intended. And I'm talking
Yeah.
about, I mean, in forms of trying to get in a relationship with them. You only can help people that want to be helped. You only can save people that want to be
Look,
saved.
we
It's not
counseling
your,
Mike today.
it's not your job to be trying to save people and do all this stuff that don't want to be saved, that don't want to be helped.
Okay, so
That's not what God requires of us.
Okay, I respect that. So answer this: who is any of us to say to somebody else? I ain't even gonna say that. I'm gonna say this: most atheists is atheists because they so-called try God and didn't get nothing out of it. So with that, right? Or they've been hurt, tragically hurt due to a loss or whatever, and they become atheists because
Then
they
be
feel
there
like
for
they
them.
feel like God rejected them. That mean if you gotta watch what I say. If you're a person that's serving God, yo, and you move a certain way, you moving according to God. Listen. If you hear from God and God say no, don't be stupid. Don't do it. But if God ain't say no, or God put it, let you know, okay. If y'all saved, if you saved, you can save the family.
His word.
So you saying you're trying to justify if God
Oh,
didn't
my
say
God.
don't go after this woman, if God didn't audibly tell you, oh, don't go after this woman, but she's an atheist, and you know y'all unequally yoked, that's not God. already
Okay,
telling
okay,
you?
Beck.
I'm confused.
Hey, Beck, hold on. So if I realize this woman is willing to do everything I say, the only thing since she's atheist, she don't believe in my.
Whoa.
Hold on.
Everything you say,
Go ahead, Mike. Go.
I'm out.
Let him.
I think he's probably worded
He
it
want-
fast.
Mike
I may be wording it.
you gotta be
Mike,
specific.
Mike want a
just
slave.
slow down.
I'm coming
All right.
for those.
All right, let's go.
I'm coming for
Just
the
reset,
let's go.
bro. Reset.
All right, let me reset. If
I'm
this
coming
woman
for
is
the
willing to
semantics.
submit and follow me, right? But the aspect of God, when it comes to God in the
Does she
relationship,
truly understand submission if she doesn't know the
she
word?
not.
I mean,
Does she know how to follow you? If she's not even submitted to God, then how's she gonna submit to you?
I mean, I respect that, Beck.
So you want a woman? Just say you wanted the hard way, Mike. That's what
it
sounds like.
Just say you wanted the hard way. Why are you?
I don't want a God-filled, easy relationship. I don't want
learn submission from.
I mean,
culture.
I mean, no. It's not
let's
even
talk
that.
about headship now.
If she if she willing to rock with me and follow me, right? She put me in a position where I can teach her.
First of all,
She better look good. Boy.
First of all,
show me this woman.
First of all, if she's an atheist, right, and you're her head, won't she just? Well, I believe in God because you believe in God. I mean, does she really believe in God?
Okay. Hold on, kid.
Abundance, scarcity.
Scarcity.
You have a scarcity mindset if you got
Yes,
that.
exactly.
No. I never said that would be my go-to. I'm saying these things happen, and if it happened to me, I wouldn't have a problem.
We're talking
with
about relationship goals, Mike. Not trying to
save
every woman on the street just to make every woman your wife.
Not a grain of salt. Just see, like
all I'm gonna say. I can't remember where it started from, but we was
from the bottom. Now we here.
I forgot why we even went to the atheist thing, but yeah.
You brought up
because
you want to marry an atheist so bad.
That's what it was. It was
because he dating one now. Yeah. It's okay.
Just an example, guys. Look, man. Okay. I don't know. Let me get to some of these comments real quick.
Bring it to church on Sunday.
Because we need to know what they think.
Who's getting hot?
Which side do y'all agree with? All right. So we're going to read these comments real quick. All right. Let's see. Which one do we start with?
I like this.
Okay. Brittany said... That's the whole point in dating, to see if you're compatible. Susie Q said, well, a relationship shouldn't be measured by things. It should be measured by the love that you all share and the equality between you. And if that makes any sense, I feel like I kind of get it. Brittany says, Mike, you gon'... Oh, yeah, I read that already. If y'all don't agree, how can y'all walk together? If you don't believe in God, then leave her alone. And then Susie said, between you and God is what I was trying to say. Yeah. And then Brittany said, what if she wants to convert you? That's a very good question. Alexis says, y'all, when should you get engaged? Oh, Lord. Never. Not just playing. Susie says the Bible teaches us that non-believers are covered under, and we ourselves were non-believers at one point, but because of God's love for us, we were turned around. If you love the person you with, cuz is not cousin. I think she's saying because have patience, let God's love shine through you. Alexis said proof. Yeah. I think she was saying somebody was speaking proof.
Yeah.
Facts.
Yeah.
But what if she tries to convert you? Is that something you want to work with?
I mean, that's already wrong because if I'm the head, that's a problem.
Okay, so that's one trait that you would not work with.
Woman that's not...
No, that's one trait. No, because it's already...
Just to get back in your seat, boy.
Yeah, get back in your seat. This is the thing. That's already something. It's already a red flag. Yeah, she's atheist and she don't believe what I believe in, but there's room for God to move. There's room for me to be a demonstrator. Room for me to show God because
depending on what type of atheist she is.
Yeah, depending on what type. I said depending on what type of atheist because if she's coming in for the most headstrong and she a dude playing my position. No, that's even if they're a Christian.
Well, some people are more like
if they atheist. No, I'm getting.
I believe in a higher power, which is basically believing in God without calling.
I can allow God to move in that manner, but I don't recommend going in
versus God. Like they got. Like some people believe in like a higher power, and usually that's like an easy conversion because
there's too many beautiful women out here to be going for that. That's all I'm saying. Too many beautiful Christians.
I feel like if you're strong with the Lord, then you should just seek after that. Like, why do you want anything? I just don't get it.
I don't disagree with you, Beck.
I'm not saying there's not some good-looking atheists, but you can't. There's nobody that fine for me to have to struggle.
If you don't love God, you don't look good to me. I'm just gonna be honest with you.
I mean, you don't. No, not Jesse. That you okay. Listen.
Jesse, agree with Mike now.
I'm not gonna pursue you if you don't love God.
They look good. They
don't put up Rebecca's head because I can't agree with Jesse no more.
I'm not gonna try to pursue a relationship with you if you don't love God. You could look good, like You
Hey,
look
Beck.
good, but I don't just go off
I'm
the
not.
look.
In your case,
Yeah.
Beck, no, you need a head. If your head wrong, you out.
So the
for a
women's standards
Yo,
for choosing a partner.
Let's get to
is
this
different?
question,
Yeah.
bro.
No. I'm just getting that. If you're moving the man that I was saying, no, she shouldn't. She's a woman. She gonna have to be led
we
by the
literally.
man. My bad.
We went through something. Wait. You just let a woman be your head at that moment.
Hey, you right.
We got
Hey,
that
yo,
on-
know your place.
Why do you need to record yourself?
Oh,
we should have got that on camera.
Yeah.
Nah, don't try to ego boost now. It's too late. It's too
I was
late.
showing myself
Oh,
friendly.
what this
My
head
bad.
is leading in.
I think your voice
we
got
already
higher
know
too.
that Mike's
Show yourself.
authority is easily questioned.
Ooh.
You know, I think you need
Toes
a.
on that one.
He playing nice. He in the podcast.
Next topic.
He's
real
at.
quick, hurry up, Ashley.
Hey, he's
Get
at.
hot.
He's at work, y'all. So you can't try him while he at work. That's not fair.
Wait till after hours.
That's not fair. He at work. All right. I want to talk about the limited dating pool. When we go to church, you know, you have that church to pick from, right? What's the solution? Because you got different people that go to different churches. Are they about to leave their church for you?
I know a
Yeah.
solution. You got to go on the streets, get these atheists, and bring them in too.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Amen.
God.
You know, the way Jesse said it, I kind of agree with it.
Oh no!
I don't know what Mike said, but I know Jesse just made that sound good. No, I'm playing.
Is it a limited dating pool?
No, I don't believe there's a limited dating pool. I believe
Is that just
we might, in our human mindset, we believe it's a limited dating pool because I feel like we try to remove God out of our lives or out of
COVID, it
certain.
definitely felt like that. I was like, where everybody go?
I don't know what.
No.
I missed it. It went on my head.
I said COVID. It felt like a
Oh,
limited dating pool.
COVID.
Quarantine and all that. Like, that was a tough time.
Time to work on yourself in that area.
Mhm.
Yeah, you got to work on yourself because, you know. But Mike, he'll be like, yo, I can't see your face. Take your mask off so I can see your face.
Oh no, I do that all the time. I'm dead up. I do that all the time. But I say this: I feel like if you really go into church for God and wait on God to send whatever your significant other,
Yeah.
really you won't have that issue. You wouldn't be sitting here saying, "Dang, it's not a lot of people." It'd be one of those God has set it up how He set it up, and then play out how I need to play out. That's where I stand with it.
I disagree.
Oh, let's go,
God sending what?
huh?
This boy think he Adam. This boy think God for to bring it from your rib.
No. I never said be lazy. You got to be playing your position. But
Wait,
He gonna
Adam
send
wasn't
it to
lazy?
you, so what you mean?
Adam
by
was
that then?
naming the animals, working in the field.
Yeah, the
no,
animals are lazy.
because I see what Jesse getting at.
Yeah,
But
but you said send it to you. So what you meant by that?
in the sense of it's gonna be at
Like
the
a
right
check in
place
the
at the
mail?
right time. It's definitely gonna be like checking the mail. It's like getting that check in the mail. You feel me? Yeah, it is. It's gonna be one of those. All jokes aside, 'cause I was just joking. All
You know how
jokes.
many Christian events and other like church conferences you can go to and meet single women?
I
that are
mean,
like-minded.
yeah, but
It's an
again,
abundant Christian community out there of singles.
hey Jesse. So,
John Mike is like, where they at? Let's go somewhere.
nah.
I got you.
Let's go there.
I got some places we can go.
Now I'm gonna be honest with you again.
Or go to Barnes and Nobles and just go to the Christian set.
You
Christian
right?
You finna get
Your wife's gonna be right there
you
waiting
finna
on
get
you.
Will Smith hitched over here.
Yo, that's funny. Nah, for real though. So Jesse, so if somebody move like that, then they gonna go wrong because God didn't send nobody. It's one of those because you know what God, if He send them and set it up.
What you mean send it? Okay, I don't agree with
Me
it.
and Jesse just both looked at each other like-
God sending and setting up. You gonna know a tree by the fruit it bear. I'm gonna know when I start talking to you and getting to know you. When I find you attractive, I'm gonna start trying to talk to you, and I'm gonna know from talking to you whether or not I feel like it could be a future. God ain't have to send that. He already gave me the knowledge and the wisdom to have discernment.
What's the
in who I'm
most sure
picking.
word of prophecy?
The word.
It's already there.
So I already know off the fruits you bear, and God ain't got to send me nothing. He already gave me the knowledge.
Are you waiting on a prophecy? Cause prophetic word just told you.
Or I could just keep waiting.
I never said keep waiting. All I'm
I can
saying
wait for
is
him to send it. My bad.
all I'm saying is it's like this. So instead of you going looking for a wife and all of that,
Why
right?
not? Why is that wrong? Why is that wrong?
Because if you're too busy looking for a wife, you're not doing the will of God.
Why you can't?
Go ahead. What?
Okay, what is a marriage supposed to glorify?
It
So
glorifies.
once I get a wife if I find a wife that bears good fruit, right?
Uh-huh.
She's a Christian. We both Christians.
Uh-huh.
We both trying to better ourselves in God. I can't do multiple things.
It's not
I
even.
can't go to the gym
Ooh.
and
Mike has
keep
problems
serving God. I
multitasking.
can't go find a wife and keep serving God. You know if I'm serving God right by how I'm going and looking for my wife.
Okay, but even with that though, you know what's funny about that? Even if she bearing good fruit and she doing the will of God, y'all can still be unevenly yoked. So it don't matter about none of that. You feel me? You can be unevenly yoked doing the will of
If
God.
she bearing good fruit and she a Christian?
Yes, you can be unevenly yoked.
No, she can be uncompatible. I might not like her, but we not gonna be unequally yoked.
No, you can
Our
be.
yoke is gonna be the same. We both
Well, do you
bearing
believe?
good fruit,
Okay,
we both Christian.
No.
I'm trying to make sure I'm understanding what both people are saying. So, I feel like, for my personal beliefs, a lot of people get in churches. They see a guy or a girl and like, oh, you cute, you believe in God, I believe in God, let's get married. I don't believe in that
I don't
because
either.
because
You don't know if
not
you-
just because I'm a Christian, you're a Christian, don't mean we need to be married.
Exactly.
It take more for me than just your spirituality for me to get with you. That's not enough for me.
What's enough for
Because
you?
I'm just saying, because when he said the unleavened yoke thing, just because we're both going to church doesn't mean that we should be pursuing a relationship together.
Facts.
Just because we both going to church, we should not be pursuing a relationship.
Just because you look good, just because we quote unquote compatible, and yeah, we both love God, that doesn't mean that we're supposed to be in a relationship or we supposed
So
to be.
you look good. We both compatible.
Add they do
No,
Shonda
I-
every Sunday.
You're
Okay.
saying both saved. That's what you mean. Because compatible would be
Oh,
that y'all
what
will
you mean
work
by
out.
compatible?
Like we
I-
like the same thing, like, and I'm saying like
so
that.
you look.
You mean
we both
chemistry?
Look good. We both think we look
Because-
good.
Yeah.
We both compatible. We both Christian, and we both bear good fruit.
But compatibility means that y'all will work out. So maybe it's.
No,
That's what I'm trying to make sure I
I
understand.
want to see.
No.
I want to see
I'm
what they.
trying-
finna
Hey,
say.
Beck, I'm not gonna let them double
them
team
4
you.
qualities we got.
But
We both
But-
we both think we look good.
You can get along with different women.
Uh-huh.
Different women can be attractive. Different women can believe in God and love God. But that doesn't mean all these women should be your wife.
Facts.
Okay.
That's what I'm trying to
So
say.
that's
Can
that.
love
I
God.
understand that now.
Why should they not be my wife? Who discerns that? Me.
Well, yeah. You should discern.
God is not gonna tell me. He's gonna present like he did Eve to Adam. He didn't tell Adam this is who you're gonna be with. He presented her. He didn't. He's gonna present these women, and I get to then they have to like me too, of course. But I'm just saying, let's say they like me, then I get to choose which one. God's not gonna say that's the one. No, he's gonna give me the wisdom and the knowledge, and which he already has in his word, and I'm gonna get to discern which one I want to choose.
Well, if I can clarify, I just want to make sure I understand what.
That's how I
what-
feel about
I
it.
want to make sure I understand what Rebecca is saying. Just to be clear, are you saying that when you find somebody that you can get along with and they're saved, that maybe you should look a little deeper, because that might not be enough for a relationship. You might find some things like, yeah, this ain't gonna work. That we kind of look on the surface when we get in relationships.
No, I don't.
Is
think
that what
that's
you're
they're
saying,
I think
or-
they're saying God gonna have to get him the green light.
Oh, is that what you're saying?
I'm saying,
I say both.
I'm saying,
God got to give you the green light.
But in what way?
ain't getting married.
Because the
Oh, no,
green
no, no,
light,
no.
the green light, you could argue that the green light is in the Word of
See you
God.
next year, buddy.
The devil is a lie.
he still went out like
That was a lie.
Hey, look, can God use people as a vessel?
Yeah.
I'll give you the green light, brother. I'll
that's
give you the green light right
crazy.
now.
God,
That's the
thank you,
next.
Lord.
That's the next topic. Prophecy. I do want to make sure I clarify
No,
what you're
I-
saying,
No,
I
but
didn't
I'll
get
let
the
you
clarity
get.
from
No,
Rebecca.
no.
I got the clarity
I'm
from
gonna
Mike.
go back to you. But the next topic is like when prophecy gets in your relationship, like how y'all think about that. But you can clarify what you were saying first.
I'll let
About
you
like,
clarify. I'll
what,
be
like
quiet.
I
won't-
thought
No,
maybe
I
I
was just saying
understand
that
what you-
I won't
not
rebuttal.
everybody is for you. Just because sometimes we have to look beyond just surface level things, and even with yes, having a relationship with God is important, but that doesn't mean every attractive person in church that believes in God is meant to be your wife. Like
Yeah.
that couldn't be, because different women will bring out or grow. To me, a marriage is a ministry, and
That's facts.
you yoke up with the wrong woman, your ministry, there won't be a
You
ministry.
saying she's not gonna bring out the best in you and vice versa?
Yeah.
Okay,
And the
I mean,
ministry-
I agree. I feel like you can kind of tell off the qualities of the person if that's gonna be somebody that would bring out the best in you.
Okay.
You don't think you can discern that by having good conversations with that person?
But what
and-
if you
and,
did-
and being in relationship with them? And what I mean by that is like being like hanging out with them, getting to know them, doing things with them, like
I would say,
activities
what is the
like-
confirmation?
That's what I'm trying. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
No,
What-
that's
is-
what I was about to say.
What are y'all waiting on?
This is the thing.
Why you waiting, Mike?
You funny. I'm not waiting. Right when it presents
He
itself.
finna be married tomorrow. I
Present
got
Yeah,
you.
yeah. But now all jokes for real. Like this is the thing.
She not gonna present.
Well, to get approved from God is not him saying yes all the time. Because even in the scripture, Paul and them knew which way to go because the Holy Ghost hindered them at places. So they knew that's not the move. God didn't want me to go to because he didn't allow it. And then the places that he wanted them to go, he didn't hinder them. So I'm not getting that he got the pastor or somebody in the church got to say, that's the one God said. No, that can happen so you can have because God knows us. So somebody might need that to happen for them to be sure. It could be based off of you make a move, like you said, Jesse, off a woman, and you might not see the red flags, but God stop it. No, it's a no. You can't do that. Boom. You can't do it. Something's not. I'm spitting. Something's not compatible.
Not playing.
Yeah.
What so you saying it's something that I don't see?
Yeah.
Right. And okay, what about the people around me? Right, like my friends and or different spiritual leaders.
Yeah. And
they also say they think as well. But like, are you saying like I don't get what you mean? Like are the spiritual leaders also being like, I think. Just from the outside looking in, I think y'all are doing the right thing. We've been mentoring y'all through this process.
Oh, it's a go. It's a go mode. It's a go. Because
are you waiting on confirmation from a spiritual leader?
I'm more or less waiting on confirmation that God could give me a confirmation and make it clear. Because
okay, that's what I'm saying. Oh, but you don't.
A little more
now.
Yeah.
But you don't know where the confirmation, like you.
It's one of these. If this, like you said,
I'm waiting on a miracle woman, is what I'm asking.
No, I'm not. She don't got to be perfect.
Miracle
no, not a miracle woman that she got to be perfect. As in, okay, a miracle sign for the woman that you.
Nah.
Start talking to a woman. Are you waiting on a miracle sign?
No. I agree with you on this part. If me compatible, we vibing the ministry, booming, different stuff or whatever. At that point, I'm like, all right, I want this for the rest of my life. So now I'm gonna be the man, and I'm gonna go before God in whatever place I consider and pray, seek God. God, give me a sign. And make it plain. For me and the things I've been through, I'm gonna go to God and be like, God, let me know, and then confirm it through the men of God. So I don't have a shadow of a doubt that this is a go. That can happen. That's what I'm saying. You can do it that way. Or it could be.
I mean, I would definitely agree in terms of like praying about it. And I don't think it's wrong if you ask God, like, I'm talking to this woman, can you give me clarity? Can you give me guidance? Can you send me a sign? Like I wouldn't say that's a bad thing.
Because what if you blinded? Like you start to catch feelings. Dang, I ain't realized you got green eyes.
If you don't catch feelings, you're not human.
So
I mean, that's what I'm saying. So you're gonna need somebody to tell you.
To try to dumb down your feelings when you meet an attractive person that's not reality. Now I'm not saying you should go forth with lusting and trying to have sex with her. That's not what I'm getting at. But I'm saying for you to act like, oh, I'm a Christian. I'm come on now.
No,
you're gonna see her attractive. You gonna catch feelings. You're gonna start getting connected to this person.
I ain't even gonna hold you.
That's unrealistic to think that that's gonna happen.
No, I agree with you. If I'm out here and I see a girl and I don't know what she believe in, and I find her attractive, I'm gonna start doing things to see where she stand with God, where her head at. So I
start testing her.
Yeah, I'm gonna test them waters, bro.
Whoa, but
no.
You can't try before you buy. Not up in here. Not in the house of God.
He said taste to see though. That's what you just
wait
said.
a minute. Hey. You going way too far now.
Hey, son.
What you mean?
Out of context.
Not like that. Not like that.
At my church.
Not like that. I'm talking about in the sense of
wait till I tell Pastor.
Nah.
Pastor, he said he can try before he buy.
Nah.
So I'm getting make sure he don't want to deny.
Jesse, what you say earlier? I need to know who I'm laboring amongst.
Nah, I ain't say that.
Okay,
if she said she bear apples,
know those who you lay.
Oranges,
know those who you lay with.
I like both, so
you definitely gotta know those. You definitely gotta know those. Wait a minute. Are you talking about the biblical no? The way that Adam knew his wife Eve?
Yeah.
He didn't say no those that's a labor mark like that. We're not talking about that type of no.
Yeah, we ain't talking about that
but look,
type of no.
All right. Let me ask y'all a question. Do you believe in love at first sight?
He lied.
Dang,
he lied.
I'm
not answering that question.
I believe in lust at first sight.
I disagree with you, Rebecca.
I believe in lust at first sight too.
I agree with that.
You believe in love at first sight too?
I believe in lust at first sight as well.
Ooh, okay.
I believe you can
both.
But go ahead, Rebecca.
Yeah, love do a thing.
To love someone, I feel like people have watered down the word love much that now we can say I loved you from the moment I saw you. Like to me, love is a big word. And if I say I love you, that means there's some weight behind it. And so without knowing you, I saw you. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so in love. Like that means I saw something I liked, and my lust came in the factor.
Okay.
And
but you know when people say they vows like
if you
I
say
love you ever since I seen you, girl.
I also feel like that's two different things too. But that's just me. You know what I'm saying? That's my perspective on it.
But you know, when people get married, they be like, ever
That's
since
semantics.
I laid eyes on you, I knew that you were the one.
Yeah, no, I don't agree with that.
Now, do you think God could tell somebody?
No. Straight up.
Hold on. How can you say that though?
Tell somebody
Hold.
what?
You're
Wait,
asking me a question. I'm telling you my honest answer.
what was the question? Tell somebody.
He said, I just didn't expect to be that straight. Like, I'm not doing no thought. Like,
He asked, can
no.
God tell you
I
that?
said, can
that's
God
the-
tell you that?
My bad.
He
You
just said,
candy.
no. Yeah, I said, can he?
Okay. I mean,
God can't do nothing like
it's a
that.
possibility, yeah.
I
I don't
disagree.
believe he is what I'm
But
saying.
you
You
go
can't
ahead,
have love
Mike.
at first sight, yo. You
No, you
can't.
can't.
No, you can't.
Oh, man,
you
we
can't
gonna be
have love at
disagreeing
first
all
sight.
day.
Okay.
Hold on. Now,
She gonna agree with
So
me.
hold
Then
on.
what is the requirements of
go
loving
ahead. You
someone?
can have
then?
love at first
That's what I
sight.
said.
You're dead. You're done.
Get
This
to
the
the
thing.
hold on
What?
jar.
when you look at your child, right? When I looked at my,
Whoa.
hold on.
Okay, that's a
Not
whole,
like
that,
that.
that's
Right,
something
let's-
that came from
let's
you.
hear
Hold
about
on.
I don't
Yeah,
think
hear me
shit-
out.
I want to hear what he do with
Hear me
this.
out.
I just want to hear this.
Hear me
I
out.
wanna
Hear what he do with this.
Because this is the thing. If you love somebody, that's the problem. People start loving people off of conditions. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about true love. If you, the same way I'm gonna love my daughter, the same way I'm gonna love my mother, the same way I press to love my guy, and I say press because as humans we
My
want to
guy
love
or
God,
my
but we, you
God?
know what I mean?
Yo.
My wife in that same category.
Your
Now-
wife.
You all right, Rebecca?
I'm talking about you
Because
said
I'm not
you
all
love
right.
at
After
first
he
sight.
just-
Yes, but that's the thing.
No
I'm going
conditions?
somewhere. Hold on, I'm going somewhere. This is what I'm saying.
Jeez, I got so much to say. My bad.
If it's legit, every woman you gonna love so called. But I'm talking about like legit love, like in the sense what Rebecca said. You know, if I say I love you, yo, I love you, and it's
At
not.
first
it-
sight,
First
though?
sight, though.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yo, I know you
yeah.
don't know
Not
me.
child, not pertaining
I know you
to
don't
children.
know me,
No,
but I
children
love
is a
you.
different
Like,
thing.
I'm talking about pertaining to a relationship, like somebody that you
Yeah,
see a
child,
future
that's
with.
unconditional.
So you
That's
see
what.
this
Yeah,
woman, like,
yeah.
this is
You can have
Yo,
love at first sight.
Yo, your child can steal
Let me tell you-
everything out your house and you can still love them.
I mean,
some
you should
random
be able to
woman
do,
that look
you should be able to
good.
do that with
That
your
can't
with
never
your
happen.
woman.
No,
That's
no,
why
first
it's based
sight,
off
bro.
conditions.
Yo,
It's based off
I'm gonna
conditions.
give
Yeah,
you some
yeah,
good
yeah. That's
relationship
condition.
because
It has
you
to be.
Do not have
Why?
to do all this.
I
Mike.
relate. Okay,
You
let's
cannot. You can
Yo,
avoid all.
hold
this.
on. Can I say something? Did not Eve mess up the whole generation after her?
No, it
Whoa.
wasn't.
And Adam
Eve.
still
It
loved her?
wasn't
First
Eve.
of all,
No,
it wasn't Eve.
there was-
Adam
No,
was the
Eve
head.
was the Eve was the seed.
Adam
Adam,
wasn't part
hearkened
of
to
that,
his wife.
though.
He was
He
part
ate
of
the
that.
apple too.
But I'm getting at the fact
didn't-
of
it didn't
he
change
didn't
the fruit.
he didn't start
The
loving
fruit
her
never
off
God
of
didn't
conditions
tell
though.
Eve. God told Adam.
Despite
Either way it goes, that was
he
the
didn't-
only woman left in the garden. What you gonna do?
Nah, bump all that. He
you
did
still
not.
got to
he
do
did
what
not
God
love her
said
off of
and
conditions.
procreate.
He
That's
did
a
not-
command.
I'm not okay.
He did
loving
not love her
somebody-
off of conditions, bro.
Okay, so
What?
basically, okay, wait. What you're saying, and you
Unconditional
can correct
love
me if
is
I'm
something
wrong.
for
All
your
right.
children,
What you're
your
saying
children
is,
and your
I
grandparents
should
stuff.
not if I'm loving people off a condition, I should be able to date anything unconditionally because I love you.
Nah, because that's leaning with lust.
No
that's
conditions,
falling in
though?
the category of
How
lust.
was that leaning with
But
lust? No, that's leaning
let's
with-
You
explain-
said dating people, right?
Yeah, I love you unconditionally. So no matter what you do, it's love at first sight.
No. That's this my whole point. If it's love at
Conditions.
first sight, you ain't gonna be loving everybody else. Because I've been in relationships where if I'm with you, I don't care how bad that chick is. I'm not off her. I'm not paying her no mind because the love is there now.
You said that you've been with. I said we said is it love at first sight?
I say
see this
yeah.
woman. We walk out the door. You see her.
Yeah.
You love her, right? Right.
Look,
when
you can
see
fall in love
That's
with
your-
her
that
just
you-
because
that's gonna be your
you,
wife.
saw her.
you haven't said one word. She hasn't opened her mouth, and you love her.
And it could be one of those. Dang,
Yeah.
yo, it's something about this chick. I love this chick, yo.
I
can love this chick, bro.
I know what it is. I know what it's about.
It's lust.
She turned around.
about the way God
You saw
made
the background.
Nah.
You showed your yeah.
Yeah, well, God.
The way that mask was over her face,
backdrop.
I love
behind her.
that mask had me in love.
No,
Yeah.
the Stairmaster, you said? What he said? Have me in love.
That's not
That
of
boy been
God,
in the
Mike.
gym a little too much.
Yeah,
That's
you
not
know,
of
Me
God.
personally, bro, I don't
I see
believe
with
it.
your
Love
taste
at
and
first
see
sight.
self.
I believe of attraction at first sight.
Yeah,
I mean,
Love at
most
first
definitely,
sight, bro.
most
You
definitely.
have to go through something with people to I feel like to really know that you love them.
Not
You ain't
true.
been-
Not true.
that's
Not
a
true.
movie,
Not
bro.
true. Not
Love
true.
at first sight is like
Bro,
it's
if
like
you ain't
some
really
fantasy.
Okay,
if you
okay,
ain't
so
really
hold
been
on.
through nothing and stay with that person.
Can I say
I
something?
don't feel like you really know you love them or
So,
not.
is this love you tying this love with sexual affection and all that type stuff?
Wife.
No,
okay,
no.
so hold on. It
I
go
just
back
said
to
you've
what.
been through stuff with him.
Okay, so go back to what I said. I met my homies to this day. I love I got love.
like, that's what you're talking about.
Yeah,
All right,
I love.
You're supposed to love everybody. We're not obviously we're not talking about. We're talking about
I'm not talking
relationships.
about that type of love.
We're
Talking
talking
about
about the
relationships.
woman you're
Being
gonna marry.
affectionate.
Mike.
You can't love-
Love at first sight.
You know,
Yeah.
you don't say
The woman
that
you
you
wanna be
love
with.
your homies at first
Right.
sight. Does that even make
No,
sense?
not no
You
no.
loved them before. You loved them before you saw them. If you talk on the phone with somebody, you love them. But
No
that ain't
homo.
what we talking about.
No
Talking about
homo.
love you
Yeah.
have for everybody.
Yeah.
Oh my, he talking about love at first. He loved his homies at first sight.
Mike,
You could have met somebody before
we-
you saw them, though. Correct?
Bro, I
Yeah,
love
yeah.
everybody.
You could have heard the pastor preaching and who's
I love
preaching
everybody,
Where's-
bro.
and not know who it was.
Mike, we're talking about a woman that you were trying to.
You know what love at first sight means, bro.
a
He
woman
know
that
we
you
trying
are
to play.
trying to pursue.
You don't love your
Like-
homies at first sight. That don't make no
Yeah,
sense. 'Cause
no homo. I
that
do.
is a romantic type of
Yeah.
love.
See why? See, you
Because
see, I even had to add the
Mike,
no
if
homo.
you love a
You gotta
woman-
add that.
If you
I'm
love a
listening.
woman,
Exactly.
Okay,
You
come
know
on,
what
talk.
type of
Yeah,
love we talking
anyways.
about.
Go ahead, Beck. Go
We'll
ahead, Beck.
save you the drama and skip the.
if you love a woman from first sight, then what's the reason you love her? Like I don't. I
Yeah,
wanna,
that's a
if a
good
guy
question.
tells me, if a guy told me I love you from the like I moment I saw you, like
about to
and-
read something.
that-
But you
I
go
want to
ahead.
know what was it
Bro, that's
about
so
me?
cap if he say that.
Yeah, that, I mean, okay. So and besides the physical, because I don't. To me, I
'Cause
don't
you
get.
don't know the person.
You don't know me, so how do you know you love me?
Can she look so good that you love her?
That you want to lust up her?
Only,
Yeah.
only,
Think that's
only
what it
thing
is?
that you're gonna be to say is God gave you divine intervention on that person. That's the only thing you can tell me. Besides that, you can't tell me you have love at first sight. Because you don't know that person, you know nothing about them, you don't know if y'all compatible. All you know is that they look good.
All right. Well, Mike, you got anything else to say before we move to
He
the
ain't
next
got
time?
nothing to say.
Nah, I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say this.
He trying to justify his.
Nah,
lust.
I'm not trying to justify
If you
it.
try,
I'm not trying to justify it.
Don't
All
justify the
I'm,
lust, bro.
yeah, I'm not talking about lust. I know the difference from love and lust. Love is unconditional, putting yourself in a vulnerable position, and these things that love them and be hurt. Lust is all about self gain. It's all about self. What can I get out of it? So I'm sorry that when I say I don't know you, but I love you, I apply
That's
that
a
even in the
different-
manner of
So-
hold on,
but-
even in the manner if I'm with a,
but
if I want to
not-
marry somebody. Because
What?
my love start is I have my foundation of love is like I got
So
love for
you-
everybody.
okay, wait, so
now
I got
the
one question
affectionate
then.
love, like
wait.
Alright.
I got one question.
He's not talking
And I'ma
about.
end it.
He's not
I'ma
even
end
talking
it.
about the same
So
type
if
of
you
love.
see
I know,
a
that's why I was
woman-
about
if
to
you see a
correct
woman
myself.
And you would have love at first sight, and you would get married to her. Love at first sight, you would get married to her. Yes or no?
You said what?
If you see a woman first time,
Show yourself, brother.
and
Need
you
to
say
see
you have
his
love at
face.
first sight, you would marry that woman? You have love at first
Never.
sight, you would marry
I'm
her?
gonna be honest. No, because
There you go,
I'm
thank
I'm
you.
gonna ask
I'm just-
God.
I'm just-
And that, but
you
I
gonna
still
ask
love
God.
him. But I need God to make this clear. to
God
me. I've
didn't
been
tell
through
you
some
before you
abusive
saw her
stuff.
that she was the one. If you loved her at
I mean,
first sight,
My love is not based off condition. I love everybody. So I,
Nah,
We're
I'm
not
saying-
if I'm
talking
love,
about every
if I
type
find her
of love.
attractive and
Not
I
the same
love
type of
her,
love.
you gonna
love
marry
at
her?
first sight.
You gonna marry her?
No, that's not the same type
Mike,
of
Okay.
my
Marry
question
somebody.
is: have you loved a woman that you wanted to be with at first sight? Have you like? That's my question.
And try to get married to him.
and try to get married to her.
I don't want to answer that.
It's just a question. Have you loved someone
do
at
not
first
wanna
sight?
answer
Because
that.
you
Okay, not
believe
have
it.
you, would
You,
you?
you believe in something, but I want to see have you experienced this because I don't. I'm really confused.
Yeah, help us at this
Yeah.
point.
That's kind of too personal right now.
Okay.
You gotta
When
bring
I
in
was-
some divine intervention type of topics if you're gonna even say that's possible.
Bro.
Because I would just say the only way that could ever be possible is if God spoke to you when you saw her or something. Like I wouldn't
God's
say
not
that's
doing
I,
that.
I
Hold
don't,
on. So what if you
I
get
don't
a-
see that
God is
happening.
not doing that.
But I,
prophecy that it's gonna be like love at first sight? Do that matter? Like, is that similar?
oh man,
Bro,
Pro-
if I get
that's
that
a good
prophecy-
topic though. Prophecies like in your relationship is very scary.
Yeah.
No, all jokes. Yeah, that is scary. If you allow those things.
Yeah, you
To-
gotta be.
to a
I
certain
believe in prophecy. I believe in the word of God, but I also believe that you got to seek out your own salvation with fear and trembling. And, yeah, you
Okay,
gotta
now-
be. You gotta be careful with that.
That love at first sight is dead.
Mm,
Mike, we
yeah.
ready to give you some relationship
Yeah.
coaching 1-on-one.
I'm straight.
We have an after session
Because you don't have to do
He,
it this way, bro.
he want to go the hard way. He want to marry. He want to get the atheist. See her first sight, love her, bring her to
I
God.
was like, bro, just take the easy route. I
Instead,
guarantee you.
instead of waiting on God to say
Yeah.
yes, he's gonna go forward and hope that God don't say no. God don't say
That's
no.
not-
Bruh.
Did you say no? Say it one more time to clarify. I'm gonna walk outside real quick and I'm gonna come back in
God.
30 minutes. So let's talk about compromise. Like, how much are you willing to compromise in a relationship?
What are we compromising on?
Yeah, you got
I
me.
guess
Yeah.
it just depends. Like, cause maybe it could be like it could be some religious aspects.
No,
But
if
you
we're
could just say
religious. I'm not compromising on that.
not your religion, but just like, you pray.
Oh, boy, you weren't supposed to keep it on me, man. I'm over.
Oh, my bad. I'm over here.
Nah, you good. Let them know you making a Instagram.
I
post.
wasn't. I was. Go ahead, man. I was trying to show somebody what I was wearing, but
The
it was
creators.
weird.
The creators.
Is she
That's what we
atheist
do.
or Christian? What?
Who?
Who?
Your girl, you showing that
I don't
to.
have a girl.
Let's read
I
some of
don't
these.
have a girl. I'm a single
Let's
man
read some of
working
these
on-
chats real quick.
Working on my self-development right now.
All right, let's see. Where were we? Okay, so Brittany said anything. Okay, no, let's start with Susie. If you did we read that?
Can we do a section? Can I say this real quick?
If you let God be, oh, 1 second. If you let God be the head of your woman, you will be the head of everything. It will work together. God's okay, yeah. So then Brittany said no, because she don't believe in love at first sight. Then Brittany said
Thank
lust
God.
at first sight. Love doesn't start till after marriage. Whew, that's a tough one.
After, ooh, we gotta wait all the way.
There is a certain like you won't know the person until you're married.
I gotta
like,
wait
and
till
That's
I'm
not
living
married
That's
to
together.
not
love
true.
you?
I've been
I'm
married.
saying
That's not true,
it's a
bro.
different. I'm not saying that I would have to. We have to dig into that. But all I'm saying is
Yeah,
there
you fall in
is a
love.
certain level of understanding who the person is that comes when you're actually living together. It increases. So it can be some bad and some good. Like it's gonna be more intense. I will say that.
But I don't know.
I don't know if she was saying that, but that's as far as I will say that I agree with her. But
Yeah,
I
I
just want to
agree
get
to
through the
that
rest of these small chats real quick. Alexis says lust at first sight, 100. Brittany says love is not a feeling. Alexa Benson laughed. Brittany said you love your homies because you are there for each other. Love is an action. Alexa said I'm weak. Alexis said nothing my way or the highway, buddy. I think she's talking about compromise. Then she said JK. So guys, she was just playing. So what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say, is there any questions that anybody in the comments want?
Oh yeah,
to,
if y'all got
ask?
some questions, we can definitely take some questions.
Yeah, I didn't know if there was anything specific on your mind. I was hoping regarding relationships, but I guess it's anything.
Cause I got a scenario while we're waiting on the questions. So you get a prophecy, and I'm not trying to go some of the prophecies like in that same direction, but I'm just gonna say like I got a prophecy one time, and someone told me, hey,
Was he a man of God?
well, it was a pastor.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think
Okay.
it wasn't something that I had to think like, was this of God or not? It wasn't that type of prophecy.
Okay, because you can't have everybody prophesying to you. Now.
That's true. That's true. And just be like, well, this dude said my girl. One person said my girl was gonna look like Megan Good, and she was gonna be able to sing, and she's gonna be brown skinned, and then some girl walked in while she was prophesying to me, and she sat right by me. I was like, God, you work like that? And then she walked out. We never said anything to each other. It was crazy. But so maybe, hey, missed my opportunity. I just played. So
No.
or my chances or whatever. I don't know. What?
No, look at the chat.
Oh yeah. We'll get to the question in a second.
Yeah.
But look.
This section over.
Wow.
Hey.
So, but look. So I got a prophecy that said, hey, God has what's first best for you. He has the best for you, but he also has second best. And you can settle for second best and God's going to bless it. But God has something for you that is better than that. That is the best for you. Now, you're talking to second best right now. What do?
Walk away.
Walk
I
away.
want better.
Simple. You want better. You already got your mind wired on whatever God's will. That's
But
what
you
I
wouldn't
want.
even. That's another thing. If you, from the beginning, if you had God, if your intentions was pleasing God and wanting God's will, you wouldn't even get to that point. Because I think a lot of times we meet someone, they're a believer, that we cool, whatever, they're attractive, whatever, we have a good relationship, and then when it's time to get married, or we're getting to that point of, oh, let's talk about marriage, but then we're asking God, oh, what do you think, God? But if you would have asked from the beginning, God might have said, hey, this ain't the one in the beginning. Like, would have opened your eyes and be like, okay, let me really think about this. But we wait until it's time to, settle down, and then we like, God bless this marriage. And then sometimes we don't even ask God's permission. We're like, God, this is the one. I want this one to be the one. So make them the one.
Yeah, I've had to work through some mental blocks, because your mind just be like, you know what, this is it, just crazy.
But I feel like it's easier for men to still settle for second best. Like, I've heard that a lot. Like, a lot of men will settle for second best because they either this is in the world and out of.
No, I mean, I think it makes sense because men, I don't know. It's like it depends, like, because second best, like what that actually means. Like, Mike, you got the thing because you're You got it on Rebecca still. She ain't even talking.
I
You just love.
I start reading my comments.
Okay, I'm reading the chat.
Read the comments. They saying
We're gonna read them. We're gonna read them. Okay.
Then
So,
come back to this because it's good.
all right. So we got some questions. So let's see.
0. I got 0.
Oh, we lying now?
We're gonna see how many Christians in the chat.
We got
Now we can ask questions. What's
I
y'all
plead
body
the fifth. I
count?
plead the fifth.
Oh, no. We're
You
not
know,
doing that.
Just
It's
how
under the
many
blood.
boyfriends and girlfriends y'all got?
0. I
how
plead
many
the
What
fifth.
y'all
boyfriends
ate
and
for
girlfriends y'all
breakfast?
got?
0.
What y'all ate for breakfast? 0. We're not even talking about that. That's too much
Y'all
of-
got a church
too much
crush?
information.
Who is it?
I ate a protein bar for breakfast.
Y'all
Not
got a
gonna
church
cap.
crush? Who is it?
How you gonna?
My church is a dry and barren land when it comes to men, so no.
If
Who
you,
said that? I don't even know.
If you meet
No,
someone
I
in
said
church
that.
and both of y'all
Oh,
but the
Rebecca.
man wants kids and the woman doesn't, what do you do?
Wait, you gotta say that a little louder. I
Wait,
can't
what?
hear you.
Wait.
She said, if you meet someone in the church and both of y'all love God, but the man wants kids and the woman doesn't, what do you do? That's easy for me.
Leave
That's
them alone.
unevenly yoked. That's why you just can't
Why
be
would
with
you?
everybody.
Like,
My
I don't
thing
think-
is,
First of all, how you a Christian? You don't
I know
wanna,
for a fact
be
I'm gonna have
fruitful and
some
multiply.
little mini me's walking around. I'm sorry. That's just it is what it is.
Not too much.
But I feel like a lot of people, what they do, oh, I'm so in love with this person, I want to be with them so bad, they'll ignore, oh, they don't want kids. Maybe they'll change their mind. Like that's
See
a
or
lot
no?
of people.
Yeah, they
and
don't wanna-
but you
and
just
just
took
wait
them
on
at face
that.
value. If someone
Okay.
says they don't want kids, then you should walk. If you can't compromise on that, if you know for sure, I have to procreate, I have to, and your husband or wife or potential mate doesn't, just take them at face value. And if you can't love them and love them for who they are right now, not the possibility they'll change their mind. What are they saying right now? Right now, I don't want kids. So either you're gonna compromise and like not have kids, or y'all gonna be fighting, and that brings an unnecessary problem in the relationship when you can just go be with someone that wants kids.
Alexis said, "Beck, I screamed,
That
dry barrel
land,
land."
Wait, who?
That did kill
Dry
me too.
barrel
Oh
land.
wait. Oh, well.
Hold up now.
I'm just being.
Well,
I'm just being honest. I
we-
mean, I
we-
love my church. PhD. I love my church.
Too many
We
relative.
We either I'm related. Well, I'm not. I'm not related to anybody, but technically, but I just see everybody as brothers. Little
Dry
brother.
barrel land is-
So
you snap that one.
God gotta bring something
Some
because
abundance in there.
Yeah.
God gotta bring something. He gonna bring a wave of men.
Yeah.
Come on, God.
Jesse, body count. Go. I'm just
0.
playing. I'm just saying.
0.
0. Y'all crazy.
0 with a kid though.
What
You
type
know
of
what
show
I'm
is
saying?
this? How that work? The Virgin Jesse.
God did his thing, didn't he? Look.
Just miracles. Just seeing so many. You blessed. You
Miracle
blessed.
signs
ain't
and
gonna-
wonders.
How she gonna ask us? Y'all got a church crush? Who is it?
She just says a dry
It's
barrel
only
land.
5
You
people in
gotta-
there. It's only 5 people in there that's in the age group. What you mean?
Oh God.
Let's see.
Wait, Mike, quiet, eh? Mike,
look.
quiet.
It's y'all
Y'all
show.
got any more questions? Because
Yeah, we done with the question section.
we'll answer everything else, just not the
Jesse,
other ones
don't
that
go
you
to
said.
our church, but
Oh my God. Why she had to do that? Oh
Wow.
Lord. Help a child.
Let's see.
And spell my name right next time, sir. Spell my name.
Yeah, we here for y'all, man. We just,
You got
we
any
just
more,
reading the
Ashley?
chats.
what's the next
Definitely got
topic?
some more. Yeah, but you know,
Let's go, man.
didn't you say something about when we're talking about taking second best?
Oh,
Oh, me?
Is that something that you would be like, you know what?
Mike willing.
I will take second
Mike's
best.
willing to go with the atheist, so yeah, he
Mike gonna
willing.
take
Wow.
fifth best. Like, you don't care.
He said last. I'll take you.
Because we're gonna get to that question that you got,
Alright.
Brittany, in a second.
Y'all know me, man. Look,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this.
Second
I'm
best is
I'm
more
a fair dude.
challenge.
Go with what God got for you. Way better.
Wow. Okay.
But I will say this: if it don't send you to hell, right, and for some odd reason you just ain't got the strength to go with first best, take second best.
Do you want a life of struggle?
Yes, that's
but you know what?
what Mike
No,
wants.
but no,
he does,
I
he
actually-
wants to be fighting for
I actually
the
will
whole.
say I do agree, and I think the Bible agrees with what he just said. It's better to marry than to burn.
Facts.
So in
that's the
that
pro-
case, yes.
But okay, with that scripture,
But it's
everyone,
not the best. I
everybody
wouldn't
want to use that
advise that, though.
scripture as their way out, or
Hold back.
they everyone want to use that scripture as their way of God blessing the marriage.
Oh.
How about you go to God about your self control
Let me
issue?
put the
You
camera on.
should. You should.
Because if you
For sure.
are
What?
so what?
I said not too much now.
if you're so tempted by this person that you got to use the verse, oh, let's get married because I'm gonna do something with you, then that means that there's other places in your life that you don't have self control. How you do one thing is how you do everything. So people that usually don't have sexual discipline, restraint, usually they don't have control when they eat. Usually they don't have control with drugs and stuff like that. I mean, if you're not living a godly life, then you have no, you don't have any discipline. So instead of, oh, let me go ahead and marry her so I don't sin, how about go to God and say, God, help me have self-control, because this issue is going to come up again. Maybe not with sex and your marriage, but something else is going to tempt you that you're going to feel like, oh, I can't control myself. I got to do this. I got to do this. Like,
so would you break it down like this? Marry the best option that God has for you.
Yes.
Best decision. Second best decision, get married because you can't control yourself. Third best position, you can't control yourself, so just let yourself go and try to wait for that person to come along. Would you order it like that? Like the third is the worst option? Or sometimes you're like, that third option looks, I don't want to get married right now.
The second option you had, you said get married because you can't control yourself. I feel like there are consequences to every action you do.
Because that's what the Bible tells us.
If you are getting married, if you're getting married to have sex, and this is not the person you should be with, there are consequences to that. That means
we know what the best decision is.
We got
that as the best position.
You could go through hell with this person because you couldn't control yourself. Is that really worth it?
But look, hold on
nobody that good to me. Nobody ever will be that good.
Right. Don't raise your voice at me. Because you cannot talk. No, you're right. What I want to get at though is the two options between because we know that get what God has for you.
Facts.
That's the best.
Facts.
Yes, that's the best.
Do not, wait. Just patiently,
Go with God.
But the two options of
I'm gonna wait for you, Lord.
Getting married quickly so you don't have sex, and then kind of I don't want to get married, so let me just. I can't control myself, but I'm not gonna get married. So we know that we would say that that's worse, right?
You can't control yourself, but you would.
It's sad to say, like, I'm not promoting that you should do the second option of just getting married quick. But it's kind of that's what people just don't know. Like, man, like I don't want to get married because I feel like this isn't the right person for me. But I kind of want to have this going on. I can't really stop myself here, which you should have more self-control, but a lot of people don't. And they're like, you know what? I don't want to get married to this person because this person ain't the one for me, but I can't control myself. So,
I mean, if we're talking about,
is there instances where that verse really does apply?
If we're talking about, you not wanting to sin, I guess, yes, getting married would be the best option. But to me, it's not the best option. I mean, I'm not saying indulge and not get married.
Better than the other one. It's hard, right?
Oh, if you had to choose,
I feel like you're gonna be paying for this for the rest of your life.
That's not true, Beck. That's not true.
No,
that's not true.
After this, we'll get into y'all questions.
Let me finish.
Go ahead.
There are things that you will go through that you don't have to go through.
Okay.
If you marry the wrong person. So, and yes, God can recover and God can bless and recover all. Yes, I know God can do all these things. But if I don't have to go through a lake of fire, then I would rather not.
Hey,
why don't I wait for the man I want? Like, some people just like get so romanticized. Oh, I need a man. I want a woman. Let's get married. I want to have kids. Like there's some things that let me not put my personal life out there. There's just some things you don't have to go through if you just wait on the person you need to.
That's facts.
A lot of people get married really quick in the church. And sometimes I feel like that can be because this is where it gets tough. Because you have reserved yourself for so long, it's like, man, I gotta let this go. I'm gonna lose my mind. That's all I think about, right? And then it's tough. It's tough. This is we'll have to have a whole conversation on just that one topic alone.
So we're lowering our standards.
Lowering?
Well, not my bad. Not lowering our standards.
It happens
a lot.
So
we're settling because
lowering your set. Yeah, that's
we're settling because we're not getting what we want.
And it's in the Bible. That's what's crazy.
No, but that's what I'm
because of your lack of self-control.
The Bible is telling you not to
get
sin.
Married.
The Bible is not telling you to lower your standards. The Bible is telling you not to sin. So the verse is in there so you could your way out is marriage. But
God
does
so hold
not.
on. Answer this question
it's a crazy
Answer this question because again, I agree with the whole go with the first one. Go with God.
Yeah, we
I'm
know
not
that's the
getting
best.
that. It's better to marry than burn because you want to just have sex with the person. I'm getting at the fact that you genuinely got feelings. Y'all genuinely got feelings. Y'all. I'm getting at the part where y'all doing stuff for God. Yeah, God said He got something better, but y'all know deep down. All right,
And
yo,
your feelings will have you messed up.
it will. That's why we don't supposed to reason with our emotions and
Should've
move off our
snapped with
feelings.
that.
Yeah, whatever. But all I'm saying is, I'm not getting at the couple that want to get together just to sleep around and they got to get married. I'm getting at the fact that it's genuinely love there.
Some real feelings there, yeah.
It's some legit stuff here. The only problem is God got better. And that goes on both sides. It's not one-sided.
And that
It's hard to
and that's
see
why I
that
said the
sometimes,
thing
though.
about-
It is true.
That's why I said about the thing about when you do that, you're gonna put yourself through things that you don't have to go through.
Yeah, but then that don't sound like a God, a sovereign, just God. That sounds like he just condemning you. He blames you.
No,
And
I'm
hold on.
not saying your life will be like that forever, but there are consequences to your action. Like if you, like,
Okay.
Yeah, you definitely will, because the best would mean that those things that you
and then there
go
might
through
be
with
something
her,
within you that God
wouldn't have
wanted
to go
to
through with
fulfill,
what's
but
better.
He can't fulfill it because you decided to go with.
Yeah, and that's the part
Second
why I
best.
said I agree with you, Bet, because it's like, yeah, you're going to miss out on the fullness of the things God have for you. I'm not going to say God because it's impossible to serve God and don't get the fullness of Him. But you can miss out on the ultimate blessings He may have for an individual. You might have to deal with this person's attitude versus this one. You wasn't going to have to deal with her attitude or his attitude. So, yeah, I get you on that, but the scripture in there for a reason. It's in there because it's people that I'm not speaking for the third party that just want to have sex. Because you're right. As sure as they married, they're going to fall. But the people that genuinely have these things, they have stuff established. They love each other. It's things involved. It's just that's not God first best. That's what I'm getting at. It would still work because God is who. Look at God. Look at David. My man's killed the dude for his wife. And he still was that God. Yeah, he couldn't do certain stuff, but he made it into the kingdom of heaven. He still was used by God. So again, if I love you like I say I do, right? And it's for those people. Because I from experience, I realized go with what God got for you. But for those people too, I understand. If you love them like you say you do, or she love you, yo, make it work by putting God in it and doing what's right. What's right is marry instead of burning in hell because you want to be so strong. You want to please God. And you know what's funny though? And everybody might not agree. God knew this from the beginning how it was going to play out. The problem with us is, right, with no excuses. I'm not using it as an excuse. We try to play stronger than God. If God didn't put that scripture in there, then I agree. And then I wouldn't even speak on this aspect. But the fact that the scripture is in it, the fact that we have demonstration for people that serve God, that want that route, I stand just as strong as stressing. Go with what God got for you. The first, number one, go with second best so you don't burn in hell because you will get blessed. God can't bless that.
All right,
feel me?
Not saying that you're gonna go hell for going. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. Not saying you're gonna go to hell for going with second best, but I just don't. I don't know. I just don't feel like.
It's kind
Why
of like
not?
I agree with you though, man.
unthinkable. Get the second. Get anything that's not God's best
Yeah.
out your head, right?
That'd be
I don't-
better.
I feel
I
that
don't-
like
and
we should
honestly,
wire our
me
brains
being
that
the
way
way
for
I
sure.
am, I don't want to ever think that like, what if like, okay, I married someone and he's second best, then God,
You're gonna be
then,
thinking about that.
then God,
I can see that
then
second
first,
best
then
10
first
years
best show
down the
for my
line,
life.
bro.
I'll be mad. I'm like.
Gosh, it was the best for me, and I settled for that. Now I see it.
Or let's say I'm in a relationship, I married this guy, he's second best, and then we're going through a struggle, and like every relationship will have struggles. But what if we're going through a struggle because I married him, not because just relationship problems, but because I married this man, I had to go through this. I'm gonna be mad because life is hard already, and if you the reason I'm struggling, I'm mad.
So
like,
that it wasn't no love in it from the beginning. Then
Well,
again,
no.
I'm gonna say
That's not true.
No. Oh, you talking about her or me?
No, it's not
No,
that I don't
it's
love you. I
not
can
true
love.
that
I
there
can
was
learn
no
to love
love.
you. I can love
No.
you. But I'm saying,
Hold on.
She loved, but
but I
Off
wouldn't
of
be mad.
conditions. Off of conditions.
It's
Say
not
that.
conditions.
Then.
It's not conditions.
God-
Why
God
can I be mad
warned
about
her.
going through a struggle that I didn't have to go through?
Hold on.
God warned her in the prophecy for
God
a
told me
reason.
not to
So
marry this person.
take it with your chin up.
So obviously,
You should've went
yeah,
first
but
best.
this is the thing.
Yeah, I should have went with first best. I really
This
should have.
this the thing. This the thing. Let's clarify it, because first of all,
No, I'm laughing at what you just said. Take it with your chin up.
You got to.
well, look,
Think
listen,
about
listen,
it.
hold on a second. So this is the clarification right here, all right? So you're with her, right? You're building a bond, really strong. You're probably in love. You can't say you're not in love. You are. Y'all love each other. Y'all thinking about marriage. And then God said, this is second best. There's better for you. It's like, oh man. First of all, let's not even try to debate is the prophecy of God or not. Let's assume that it
Yeah.
is of God, and you feel it in your spirit, in your shandai, you know it's true.
Yeah.
So you're like, yeah, this is second best, but then you're emotionally attached.
Yeah.
So people don't care about hell when they're thinking about deleting themselves. They don't care about hell. They don't care about all those things. It just
Right.
it's erased from your brain. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? People don't think about they don't think about the best relationship. It's not in the forefront of their minds because they're thinking about this person that they love so much. So yes, it's not as easy as just saying like, well, let me pick option A instead of option B. Unless you can wire your brain to just keep that out of there.
And it was never no love.
That mean well, yeah, I kind of get what you're saying in that sense. If it's so easy
Yeah, come
for
on.
you to make that
Let's be
decision, then it kind of does come off like, yeah, probably
But
wasn't
if
love.
if I'm making
Unless
that
you
decision,
make it with pain.
if I'm making that decision
Unless you got
because
pain
of
when you
God,
make that when you
like
make
if
that
I have
decision.
2 men in front of me and God says, pick
Well, the other
A.
one ain't here yet. You can't see him.
Say it again.
You ain't seen the other one yet.
Yeah.
You going off
So
of faith.
all you have
Nothing
is
wrong
this
with it.
guy.
But if I'm going off of
And this is I say this, you can make your decision and show like, hey, we can't do this anymore because you trust God, da da da.
Yeah.
But it's
Yeah.
gonna be some pain there. If
Yeah.
you say it's just easy, then it's like,
no,
nah,
I
ain't
never
no
said
love.
it was easy.
So I'm just make sure I'm
Yeah,
clarifying.
it's hard to after you build a relationship with someone
these
and then you have to
questions
walk
too, but
away because God is not gonna bless, like doesn't agree with it, or God saying, you know, there's another option that's better for you. That's not a hard. I mean, that's not an easy decision to make, but to me, it's a worth the decision. I don't care how
No,
hard.
I
it
agree.
is. I'm like, I'm sorry, I love you,
I
and
agree.
I'm gonna cry myself to sleep tonight, but. Tomorrow, what God has for me, I'm gonna go pick up that.
Would you say it's easy
Not
to
tomorrow,
make,
but, yeah.
but it's gonna hurt?
Say it again.
It's an easy decision to make, but it's gonna hurt. Would you say that? Because like you're like, yeah, I'm doing it. Boom.
Yeah, and
or would you like?
And then you also
fuck.
are you valuing the love you have with God more than the love you have for this person? Because at the end of the day, I want to be pleasing to God, and am I willing to sacrifice? Like, okay, I want this satisfaction right now that this man is in front of me. I love him, he loves me, but I love this man more, that I won't put this down and pick up what God has for me. Like that's
And you
also
can still love God. It's just
yeah, but do
your
I love God
is
enough?
challenged.
Do I love God enough to be like, God, I'm going to trust you in this. I'm going to trust that, okay, you're telling me no for a reason. Are you telling me that there's something else for a reason? So let me follow you. And some people can't do that. Some people like, I have this right now. I got to have it. I want this to be the one. I don't care if there's better. I'm going to take this.
But God is still honor it though.
Yeah.
He's still honor it. And make this clear for those people that is in these situations. We just saying, you're not the worst, and God ain't check you off because
No,
we
I
be
didn't say
lying.
the horrible people.
You feel me? So if you've been in
Just
this
making
situation,
horrible decisions.
yeah,
No,
you just
I'm
made a
No,
real
no.
crazy decision. But again, guess what? It's scripture for that. Look at Adam and Eve. He hearkened to his wife, not God. He hearkened to his wife when he was there with God in the beginning. So again, I'm gonna say, yeah, go with the first best. But for those situations that you may be getting to be in, or you already made the decision, you're not checked off. You're not wrong. And I stand on the word, knowing it's in the word. Go with what God got for you better. But if you can't, God gonna honor it, because if it wasn't in the scriptures, we have a different kind of discussion type thing.
All right. Well, Jesse, if you got something to say, you can say it, and then we'll move on to the
I
questions.
got nothing to say. I'll just be listening. on
Okay,
that
cool.
one.
So when we go to the questions, let's try not to get too much into like conversation. Just kind of give a simple answer. So let's see. What is this one? Let's say, do you believe in dating websites if you're a Christian? I would say that would be kind of like the second option. That's not God's best. That's just my opinion of it.
I feel like there's a preference. Like, I mean, I don't know. I feel
I
like
don't think it's against God.
I don't think it's against God, but it's like,
But it
what
could be
dating
settling.
what dating site are you on? Because most people,
Yeah, which
most people
website?
on these dating sites, unless you want to do the Christian mingle, and not even some of those people, like most of them are not gonna. If I went on a dating site, most men are not gonna have the mindset that I need for a husband. Like, I'm just gonna say that. Like, most men are looking for a woman that
Good time.
trying to give it up quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe I might find a guy that wants to
I
build a
would
relationship.
say the guys that's probably on them websites is probably incels,
Incels?
celibate, and involuntarily celibate.
Oh,
That's probably the guys that's on those websites, the ones that or lonely.
Yeah, I don't disbelieve in those. But it's
Yeah.
not.
It's not a. I'd rather meet someone in person. Like
Yeah. It's so
Barnes
many
and Noble.
opportunities when you
Yeah.
can just, man, just the like, hey, let's go
Just
for a date.
get
Like, we
out.
actually schedule
Yeah.
a date.
Bro, if you just get out and get
go to a concert, go to the park, go to the gym.
Yeah, going to churches and like, it's just
Yeah.
different.
There's plenty of
The
places
internet's
you
a
can meet.
disconnection. It's like that phone. Instead of going on a date, you'd rather be on a phone. It's a disconnection.
Yeah.
It causes disconnection.
It's like one of those exception things. It can work, but it's like,
Yeah.
I mean,
bro,
there's
it's
been people
they
that start.
taking your money, bro. That's all I'm saying. Yeah, those apps are taking your money. That's just crazy. For the majority, like if it worked out and you promoting the app, all right, you 1 out of a million. Like, trust me. Let's see. What?
Next question.
Let me see. Okay. Do you? Let's see. All I heard was cricket. Okay. What does being the head mean to you? We'll quickly do that one because that's going to probably. We kind of went over some of it. Okay. Let me just start by saying. Yeah. Let me just start by saying. I'll say the head is protector, provider, leader. Not like in a sense where she got to listen to everything I say, but she has to trust me to. She has to trust me to be able to take care of the home. You know what I'm saying? And not be so combative with me or whatever. I don't know what I'm missing.
I know. I agree. I just don't believe Mike does. That's why I was laughing.
Are you a trustworthy man?
Okay. Huh?
Are you a trustworthy man? That's what I would ask.
Exactly. You have to be one though. Like in general sense, you got to be
Like-
somebody that.
Not every
Can
man
show
should
you
be
something.
followed. I'm just gonna say that.
Exactly.
I agree.
But
And I don't believe in that dictator type stuff. That's just wild. But
Okay.
you know, maybe Jesse can bring clarity after Mike goes.
Mike, yeah, how do you feel about that? What does it look like?
he
the
to
want
head
a
meaning.
slave.
What does it look like to you?
Nah, I agree with what Ken said. I mean,
Okay.
everything he said. You know what I mean? Put God first. Be not so much a dictator. Be fair. You know what I mean? So that's what I add on to what Keaton said. So I really don't have an issue with it.
Okay.
I'm not gonna dig too much into it.
Yeah, I
'cause
agree with Ashley.
we definitely
too.
could.
I felt like he's pretty much hit every point.
Well, I appreciate that, guys. Thank you. One hater in the room. Raise your hand. No, it's playing. All right. Let's see. What else is here?
Bad,
Okay.
man.
If your spouse of 10 years started using drugs, would you walk away? I mean, are we married?
Spouse
Because that's a lot. Oh, spouse.
Spouse.
Yeah, I'm tripping. I'm not even paying attention.
started using drugs. Would you walk away?
I mean, it would be a discussion like of 10. You've been married to them for 10 years and they start using drugs. It depends
It's
on
easy. I
what
can say
kind?
No, I wouldn't, but
like I ain't gonna lie though. If my girl starts smoking like
Crack?
Mary Jane,
oh,
or she starts smoking blunts, if she start drinking, I'll be like, why are you doing this? Like we won't have a discussion, but it's like walking away. I don't know. That's tough to say. I don't think I would just like walk away if it's like something like
I'm saying no.
moderation type stuff, but
I feel like you can have good.
but I'ma
conversations
hate
about
it.
that.
I'm gonna be like, yo, this is stupid. What are you doing? I'm gonna be mad. I don't know how I'm gonna deal with it.
That's like so. What's it called? Like after 10 years, like no signs of that, and then just all of a sudden. I
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
a weird thing. Like, you don't just wake up and have a drug addiction.
But they could. But it's like, I feel like something would have to happen like drastic for that to happen.
Yeah,
but I
nothing
mean,
happened
me
overnight.
personally, I'm gonna say
Funny.
no. I wouldn't walk away. But,
Oh, but
You know, I don't know how severe this is getting. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, if it's severe, bro, it's like, hey, yeah, you can't be around my kids.
kill
Like,
yourself,
yeah,
like-
you
Yo,
out.
Now they're your kids and not y'all kids.
My kids, because you ain't taking care of the kids no more. So yeah, that's a totally different thing.
There's different type of drugs out there too. Like
Mhm.
weed and coke is not the same thing. Like,
What? Somebody got a question just for Mike. Ooh, I'll just play.
I thought that's what we already touched on.
What is Mike's perspective on leading by example to make somebody trust that he is somebody to follow? Ooh, I thank God for whoever put that in. That's what Rebecca just said.
Yes.
Somebody understand. Go
Yes,
ahead,
Mike. What are you doing to be
We
the
don't
man that
trust you
someone
right now.
should
You
be?
gotta make us trust you.
I don't know why I'm getting picked out the bunch.
Yeah.
But I would say more action, less words, because actions speak louder than words. Yeah, that's what I was. I ain't even about to go deep with it. Whoever asked me that simple.
So
That's
you could
simple.
be doing bad actions, but saying.
I
no
mean,
words.
No. Come on. If If I'm doing things that's a problem, yeah, you know not to follow me. You know what I mean? But as for me as a man of God, I'm gonna follow the principles that the Word give me and apply those things and do my job as the head. What is the head? A provider, protector, spiritually, physically, mentally, all these things, being what they need. And like I said, being, huh?
Nah, I was reading the comments. Bro.
Oh, so yeah. I hope that answers your question. It's simple. Don't be a bum.
Wow.
Somebody commented on what we said too, but the Bible says for better or for worse, even if it's crack, how can
Facts.
you believe as a Christian shouldn't you trust God to work it out? I mean, I would agree with that. I wouldn't say that's gonna make it easy.
Oh,
I mean,
well,
come
she
on,
definitely
biblical-
gonna be away from our kids if she being crazy. He said if a woman is nagging, then you need to be on the roof. So if she cracking, you definitely need to be. She need to be on the roof.
Yeah, like,
A divorce not even an option, though. I don't
Yeah.
care what it
yeah,
is.
I'm not saying you gotta divorce.
Yeah, I
but
wouldn't say that. We
say to
definitely
death do
taking
you
some
part, she
space.
keep doing
Facts.
that crack.
But that's the thing. Like, if you get into an argument with your girl, y'all gotta have some breaks sometimes. That mean y'all got a divorce? No. But you may take a break. Like, you stay at your mama's house. I
break.
go to my
Break.
Nah, that's dead.
No, I'm
Break.
saying.
What you mean,
You
break?
keep running your mama.
Hey,
That's
I'm
a red
saying, I
flag.
don't
Yeah,
know.
to me,
I'm saying as far as like
Yeah.
the problems that
Same
y'all have where
thing, right?
y'all can't deal with each other.
Yeah.
It's like space is what I'm saying.
But
Not
what
break, not
about-
break up like y'all can talk to other people. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about space. Like it
Nah,
may
I
be a
get you.
a serious situation. Like
Like going to
y'all
college.
might have to take some space away from each other.
Yeah,
And
if
you
run
know
back
what's
to your
funny?
mama's
Keep
house,
yourself
I'm
from
like,
being
alright.
divorced.
You got to keep in mind too, being married before one thing, almost 10 years for that example is crazy. Just almost, but the thing about when it comes to marriage, they had these marks called the 5-year, the 10-year, the 50. It's a marks. So you got to understand, you're going to go through a phase where y'all just really don't like each other. You feel me? And things happen. You got to keep in mind too, when a woman get pregnant, you know what I mean? All these things, there's so many factors when you're getting married, when you with somebody, I'll say in marriage, that you go through different seasons. And yeah, like Keaton said, I agree. You will need to separate. You can't get a divorce. Yo, go to your mom's house. I'll see you. Give you a couple days.
Like
a couple
you
hours,
leave it.
you feel me?
You go.
No, I'm just being honest
I
because
ain't going nowhere. I'll just play. It's my house. What you
Cool your
mean?
heads, but as
I
long as
agree
it's
with
coming-
Mike for once.
As long as y'all coming back to communicate on what
Yeah,
the issues is and talk it
yeah.
out. But
Let's act
everybody
civilized.
probably gonna separate differently, whether that's going to your mom's, going on the couch.
Yeah, whether you sleeping on the couch.
Nah,
Or
you
just going
bugging.
to
You
get some food, like
you go sleep on the couch. if
You gonna
want.
tell your wife to sleep on the couch?
No, I'm not sleeping on the couch. That's my point.
You scared of the dark?
Nah, you can go.
I'm scared
You can
out
go
there.
sleep on the couch. I'm gonna be right there with you.
I
I'm
don't
one of
know
those
about-
type dudes.
I don't know about
So
He always gotta try to add his little.
I'm just being honest. You
He
ain't gonna
sounds
be
so
like, come on,
crazy. They'll be like, "Well, y'all thought I was going there, but I'm not."
I'm that type of
there on the
person,
edge of
man.
that couch praying, man.
Ain't
Right
nobody
Nah,
there.
you
making
bugging.
Ain't nobody
be
making
right there.
Ain't nobody making their wife sleep on the couch, bro.
Nah, I wouldn't.
So do soulmates exist? I don't know.
Depends on what you define as a soulmate.
I don't know. I never looked into that. I don't. Okay, that one person that's for you,
No.
like God created that
Don't
person
exist.
specifically for you.
Not to me, I don't believe.
I would call the one like the person that you meet and you kind of make up that one.
Yeah, I
Like you
agree.
create them. Like you are the one for me.
Yeah,
Like
I agree
not
with that.
like
But it's a person
God
that you gotta go
planned,
find.
made you, brought you to me. I mean, he knew it was gonna happen, but saying that he made this for you, I don't know, because then it goes against what we just said about God having better for you. Like, does God have your wife picked out already, or your husband picked out? Like,
Okay,
I don't know.
I
That's a.
I
don't know.
I don't agree. I just don't feel like
I think he just knows.
it's like it's almost like
who you're gonna
looking at
pick.
it like, okay, God made this one. You got to go through the maze to find the right one. It's like, I mean, to find the one. I just don't believe it's the one out there.
Well, then I don't understand that. Make that make sense? Because
I don't believe it's the one. I believe it's multiple that you get to choose from.
No. Oh, you talking about in the sense before you pick the main one?
No, the one that
Yeah,
God.
yeah.
Wait, so whoa.
Yeah, before you pick the one that you gonna marry,
I think
I
the
feel
only
like
one
you
was-
have
was
options.
Eve.
Oh yeah, you do have
Pick the
options. You
one
do have options.
that you gonna make your wife.
You
I
do
don't
have
believe,
options.
like- now, yeah, God may know who you gonna choose.
Yeah.
But I don't think that.
It's like did God predestinate your wife though?
I mean, maybe he did in a sense, but from our
I'm-
aspect of like being human, we don't. It's not like I know already the one out there, and it's like I just got to do this.
It's a very
before I get to be with
philosophical
you.
question. I ain't gonna lie.
You better go with God second.
Because
best.
predestination,
God knows
like
all, so God knows who's the best person for you. Now, do we
You know
end
who you
up?
gonna marry too?
Yeah. So I mean, do we end up with that person that's the best person for you half the time? I
Maybe
don't
that's
know.
for God. to
Does he
answer
choose
with
your
that.
Yeah,
career?
yeah. I'm like, guys.
Does he choose your career?
Does God wanted me to be in this career? Like, are you picked your
Man, does
passion?
he
And
give us
I
a
would say
purpose
yeah.
when
He
we're
choose.
born?
I would say
Very
yeah.
crazy.
All that's
I would say
Yeah.
yeah.
right?
According to
I
the
feel like all
scripture, I
that's
would
the
say yeah.
same. I would say the wife would be in the same category.
Yeah,
then.
all according to scripture, I was. If God knew he was gonna go, God knew if he was gonna take second best. God knew he was gonna
If
take
you get a
second best.
divorce though, then it's
God,
like,
I was.
it goes even crazier. Then
God know. Now, the only way you get a divorce if they commit adultery and your heart is hardened. He'd rather you
what is
still be.
adultery? I'm just messing with you.
I
sorry.
mean, yeah.
Just being stupid.
But yeah, I mean, I would, yeah. It's like I feel like God knows, but from our aspect, I would say like, no, it's not the one person you just supposed to be looking for. Like, oh, well, I'm not saying you shouldn't be looking for the one, but it's like you don't know. That's what I'm saying. I don't know the one. I know just based off of all the knowledge I can gain, right? So I don't think it's just like, oh, God said this is the one you're supposed to be with. I don't believe that's gonna happen.
I don't think we would like be able to figure that out. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Yeah,
I had a question.
that was the one about
Ashley,
Mike.
you might have to go up. I think I answered it. I don't know. If I didn't, you just have to type it again because I don't know where it is. Brittany said, I feel the same people out in public that is on the website. People out in public. I guess she was saying that she'd rather be out in public than like on the website finding people. Brittany says, but the Bible says for better or worse. So even if it's correct, how can you leave? As a Christian, shouldn't trust.
You read that one.
You should. Okay, yeah. I was like, what? Brittany said, I agree because I do believe God created a person for you. He will bless you. He will bless who you choose. Alexa said, main one options. Let me find out y'all got a roster. No.
I
no,
do.
no.
I do.
I don't have a roster.
I have a full starting five and a bench. No, I'm just playing. But no,
Bench?
as far, yeah, like the bench.
Okay.
I got you. He.
Yeah.
Because you know, if we ever do captions, we want
D-E-N-C-H.
the captions to read what you're saying
Oh,
correct.
God. I mean, hopefully
Making
they
reels,
do.
I gotta. Them
But-
captions be going
Oh,
crazy.
God, I mean,
I got a
yeah.
side piece and a
Nah,
bench.
I'm not saying that I'm
You call them bench warmers.
that I'm like, oh, I'm giving all of them like
Oh, Lord,
entertaining
that's
them,
a
like,
whole
oh,
nother
you the only
topic.
one. But yeah, I have options. Like I know it's women that like me, and I know it's women that I like. So but I have to collect data and see the fruit they bear to know if that's the one I want to
So
pursue.
are you one of those guys that believe that it's okay for you to have all these options, but it's wrong when a woman has multiple options?
No, if a woman, I know for a fact it's men's and women's DMs.
It depends on what type
No,
of
but
options.
some men think that it's wrong. Like, okay, I can have all these women trying to holler at me, but then they think a woman because she has.
You had to
because
bring
she-
that up right now. I just
Sorry.
I'm just saying. No, that's
No, we
good.
can go.
No.
through
I
it.
was just playing. That's good. Let's talk about it.
But
I'm
when
just
a
being
woman
stupid.
gets attention from multiple men, or she's talking to multiple men, that's like a problem. Like it's like this double standard that it's okay that men try it out, have this roster, but if a woman has a roster, God forbid.
Yeah, if a woman got a rush, it's dead. No, I'm just playing.
No,
No.
Jesse, shut
No.
that down, Jesse. A woman versus a man, come on, bro.
No, I agree with Rebecca. I
Jesse,
don't feel
what?
like
Jesse,
I feel like
trolling,
when it comes to you, first of all,
What we
you
going
gotta
to eat,
also know
bro?
the boundaries of like
That's what we all
what are
thinking.
you doing with the people that you have options? You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying you should go outside of that. But
Yeah.
women are gonna have men that are gonna be contacting her. You have to get to know them. That's the only way to know if you want to be with them or not. So, and that's up to the woman whether she wants to be like, I only want to get to know this one person at one time or this one person. I'm just saying I'm not doing that.
I got 2
Like,
questions.
no, I'm not gonna have it where it's like too many women I'm getting to know, but it's like it might be 2 or 3, and it's like, okay, I'm just getting to know y'all. Like,
Cat.
No, I got 2 questions. I got 2 questions.
I'm just saying I ain't
How do you get to know them? Second question.
communication.
When did them other options cease to exist?
They cease to exist.
So when you say talking, you actually mean talking. Because when other people say, yeah, I'm talking to this girl, it means something different.
Okay, then I'm just gonna put it like this to answer your question. 'Cause I'm not really sure. Know what you're saying, but
You ain't
I'm
gotta
gonna say,
lecture. You ain't gotta expose
I cease
yourself.
to stop
You know.
talking to the other woman once I start like dating that other woman. Like I'm not just
Okay.
communicating with you through text message. Like I'm taking you on dates. Like if we going on weekly dates, I'm not talking to nobody else.
Nah, yeah, I feel you.
So that's like
You
it's
got
not
time
true.
to go on weekly dates and somebody else does that. You
Yeah,
got a
that's
lot of
OD,
time. That
yeah.
means you don't work. That means you don't.
But if it's like I'm just lit. Like if I ain't even took y'all on a date yet, then you know what I'm saying. But if I'm taking you on like dates, I'm probably not probably. I'm gonna just be talking to you.
Well, all right.
And then see where that's going. Because okay, you got enough of my attention to be like, let me take you on a date.
I think that's a sensible answer. Everything Jesse just said, don't listen to any of it because we don't agree. No, I'm just playing.
Start at 5, man. Who tried? Nah,
So Eduardo said, "God bless. I hope everybody's having a good day." That was a good way to end out the show. Everybody can give their final thoughts. We'll start with Rebecca. Ladies first.
Final thoughts. I would say. I'm trying to think what it was.
Oh, we can start with Mike because
Yeah.
he's done this one. I'm sorry, Mike. Go ahead. That was my bad. I don't usually.
I don't know what to say, y'all. Let me stop it now.
So dumb. Sorry.
But no, all jokes, man. I have fun. I enjoy this stuff, man. Talking junk, doing what we do best, having a good time. But yeah, don't base your relationships off of lust.
Amen.
2,
Unconditional love.
2.
Let's
Go with God first, huh?
Huh?
You got about a minute, bro.
Go with God first, best. You know what I mean?
Give it
That's
no
what I
election.
say. But yeah, I'm out.
This is on me next.
Yep.
Yes,
so-
sir.
Yeah, I appreciate being here, man. Y'all tap into the book relationship. Nah, just but
Give him a little more
yeah,
hair
I
roll.
mean, I always love coming on the show. I feel like it was some good, fruitful conversations and things you can take away and kind of apply to your lives. But yeah, hopefully I'm on another one soon. Oh
Nah.
wow!
Now, Jesse, you
I want
keep coming.
to be on one just me solo, me, Ashley, and Mike.
Oh, that's gonna be like.
Whoa, what you trying to say, bro?
I don't want nobody else here. Nah,
Okay.
I haven't got my
That's
own
cool.
show yet. I feel like everybody else has.
I haven't got my own show yet. Okay, but yeah, I appreciate me.
You gotta put the time in.
Close
You
it
gotta
on
put the
there.
time- You gotta put the time in
Final
first.
thoughts.
so.
I enjoyed this conversation. I hope everyone got something out of it, and everybody stay connected to God. Always whatever
right.
relationship you're in, make sure God in it. If anything else is not in it, make sure God's in that.
Don't
So-
choose an atheist, please.
Don't go
You
Mike's
don't-
route and
you
just
don't
show
have to
how
That's
do
right.
that.
the God can make it easier for you.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Yeah, don't do that.
I love
don't
this
do that.
little thing. Oh my gosh.
All right, Jesse, you take yours. This is a gift from Alayala to
thanks. Nah, just like
So rude. All right, final guys, everybody, before you even think about a relationship with somebody else, get a relationship with God. Because if you
Yes,
don't, your
amen.
relationship is pointless. If you don't believe in God, everything is pointless. So, believe in God. Try to put words in my head. It's like, I'm not gonna say that, Mike. No, but get a relationship with God. It's very important. If you don't have a relationship with God, and see, she agrees with me. If you don't have a relationship with God, then everything that you have going on in your life, you will not be able to be whole. You won't be able to be comfortable with yourself. You won't. You need to have self-love because the Bible tells you to first love God, then love your neighbor as you love yourself. But the problem is we don't know how to love our neighbor if we don't love ourselves. So yes, it shows neighbor, you put your neighbor above you, but you do have to love yourself first, because if you don't love yourself, you're not even going to know how to love your neighbor. So with that being said, guys, like the video on your way out. We had a great discussion. Next week, I think we might be talking about some stuff dealing with the evidence of God, or we might talk about some other stuff. I'm not sure, but we're definitely going to have a show for next Friday at 7. I know we be running a little late. We're trying to make the show good for you guys, so that's the excuse. So also consider subscribing if you're feeling it. And we're about to get something to eat, man. We starving over here, bro. But God bless y'all.
Bye.